Warning. You're now entering a stream that isn't suitable for everyone. Be warned that this channel will have swearing, singing, sexual innuendos and lots of jokes that could easily offend. It is advised that you must be a little bit weird yourself to enjoy this channel, as those that thrive and enjoy the stream are weird in their own little ways. The chat is called El Chatty and is a wonderful community. It really is. However, again, it might not be for everyone. We want to hear everyone's opinion, no matter what it is. We encourage debate as long as it's done respectfully. If you're easily offended or don't like differing views, then again, this channel is not for you. By entering this stream you do so at your own risk. If you want to try it out, that's absolutely fine, but if you don't like it, no need to announce your departure, you can just leave quietly, as this isn't an airport.
besides this is obviously going to be, if you want to know what really happened, you need to watch this. This is the only place you're going to get this type of interview or
I don't really know what this is, but I didn't do it. I'm innocent, Judge. I'm not guilty. I'm innocent.
We, the jury, being duly impaneled and sworn, find the defendant Matthew L. Moore not guilty of murder as he stands charged in count 1 of the indictment.
Away, the tail light is well intact. All of that is not going to hold me off.
Elvis has left the building. It's done.
Rhode Island's on fire. Deb's hair is on fire. Yeah. Ole, 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 ole. Erin hack, 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 ole. Erin hack, 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 ole. Let's go, Erin hack, 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 ole. Erin hack, 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 ole. Press the like, press the like, press the like, please. Press the like and subscribe. It would mean the world to me if you liked and subscribe. Like and subscribe, everyone. Let's fucking go.
Hello, how are we, people? My hat's not exactly straight today. Let me get there. Felisa Reeve, here you go, Lisa. How are we, people? Hope you're all well. Dennis Sweeney, he's down there, 9 o'clock today. Richie, is it Rich? He is in court about all the duckies. Good luck to him. Good luck with all the supporters down there. Yeah, it's ridiculous, I think, but considering what's going on in Canton, Norfolk County, and if you buy some ducks and put them around the place you're going to go to court. I mean, what a fucking shit show this place is. I don't mean that the residents. I mean, people like the Sweeneys are gorgeous, they're lovely, but fucking hell, what the hell is the world coming to? And you got Kate Peters and all them walking the streets, actually, harassing people and doing all sorts of shit. And you got a guy who buying fucking ducks and put them out there. The world is bonkers, people. The world is bonkers. But yeah, we support him. Hope he goes all right today, Richie. Yeah, there we go. And let us know, Dennis, what happens down there. Robin G. I'm there in spirit. There you go. Rich the Duck Kingpin and all the luck. He shouldn't even need luck. It's ridiculous it's even in court. Fair enough, give him a slap on the wrist, say, hey, come on, wise up. But what the fuck are we doing taking him to court? Kelly, happy hump day, Kelly. How are you, my darling? Hope you're well. Terzia, hello to you from South Africa. How are you? Deb, how are you, my darling? Hope you're well. As always, Deb. Gary, hope you're well, fella. Nice to see you. Hippie Chick from Indiana. I'm very, very pleased, Hippie Chick, to hear that you've booked your flights already and your hubby's coming to Boston. That's made by day, Hippie Chick. That's great. When you do book it, let me know, because I'd love to know when people have booked their flights and stuff like that. I think that's great. What else we got here? Oh, the one and only Disney Queen, Carol Freen. How are you, my darling? Hope you're well. Nice to see you, Disney Queen. Ashley, hello to you. Be quiet lately, Ashley. How are you, my darling? Hope you're well, as always. Do you know what? I'm struggling today. I slept okay, I thought. But I'll be honest with you, I've slept all morning. I had breakfast and I've just slept. And about probably now before the stream came up, I was like, right, come on. You know, yeah. So no, I'm struggling a bit today, if I'm being honest. But as always, we'll get through it. Also, thanks for understanding, because sometimes I take myself off screen because I'm trying to stop people from screenshotting me sleeping on screen and stuff like that. Because I'm like, do you know what I mean? Or sometimes I'm like, it's embarrassing. So there you go. I'm bringing duck shirts for us all. There you go, Hippie Chick. There you go. Hippie chick, causing problems, Hippie Chick. I love it. I'm very much. Thank you. I'm okay. Thank you, buddy. I'm okay. Hey, Christine. Christine, you are everywhere, girl. You've got notifications on for every stream going. Lone Crime, I put her on this morning, Christine. Who was the first one there? Christine Varginato. She was straight on there, first commenter. Christine's a professional commenter, but I love Christine. She's great. Here's the weather gloomy. It's not bad today. It's not bad. It's just a sleep up there. It is. Like, also, I need, like, it's a catch-22, right? I need to lose weight. I have to lose weight. I'm gaining weight all the time, right? But I have zero energy. I have everything that I give energy-wise, I give to the stream. I've got no energy. So when I finish and when I start, I got no energy. Like, look at this. Thank you, Gary. Thank Dana. How we doing, fella? I was watching this morning, right, at breakfast. What first thing I did, resisted the silence on. Esty came on, and let me just tell you, Esty's fucking hot as fuck, Dana. Fair play to you, Dana. Dana. Dana, you're fucked. I fell asleep. She came on, and like, she's very, very pretty. She's beautiful, right? And I fell asleep. Literally, she came on. I watched it all. I was eating my breakfast, and all of a sudden, she came on. Very pretty girl. Awesome. Watch it, please. I just fell asleep. I woke up at like midday. I was like, what the fuck? This is like 9 o'clock in the morning. What am I doing? Napping back and forward. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. I need to watch that as well. Need to watch that through. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I've just got no energy. Good morning, Dana. Good morning, Dana Leonard. I found that clip on your channel last night too. I screenshot Happy Days. That's just too good, though. Do you know what I mean? That's just too good. Dana's doing dancing moves. Oh, what? I need to watch it. I need to watch it. I mean, as I say, I just found so technically I watched it all the way through. But I didn't watch it because I fell asleep. I literally, I don't know. So forgive me, Dana. I will have to let you know. Look at me. Oh, I need to go back and watch that again. Fuck. I can't even stay up to watch YouTube. I just fall asleep in front of the laptop. Oh, catch-22. Hello, Rebecca. West Virginia, Mountain Mama. Also, I feel like I'm fucking whinging about it all the time. But I popped in, but I couldn't watch it all. I will have to redo I'm going to tell you, that Esty, she spoke well, what I remember, but I also remember, fuck, hot stuff, baby, this evening. We got some hot stuff, baby, tonight. Not that I'm judging women, but she's very pretty. Very, very pretty. Good work there. Good work there, Dana. Dana, you're fucked. You need some B complex or something, Dal. You take a multivitamin. I take calcium, and I take magnesium. Also, I got no energy. No energy. I literally put all my energy to the stream. All my energy to the stream. And then before and afterwards, I'm knackered. I can't even walk. I used to walk every morning or try to walk every day. Can't even walk quarter of a mile now. So it's getting worse, which means it doesn't help because then I put weight on, don't I? Which makes it worse. She's pretty and very nice, but well, she seemed very nice. She did. I shouldn't judge her because of her looks, but that's a compliment. But also, I presume she's very nice and very wise as well. So B12 may help a little bit. I'll have to look at B12. I think my magnesium helps me sleep. I think if I lost weight and everything's under regulation with me, it'd be fine. But yeah. Good morning, everyone. Driving right now. I've been chatting a little bit. No worries, Dana. No worries, my friend. Did you all watch Ceredigion last night? Boom. Or yesterday? When did you watch it? I've not watched it yet. Obviously, my list today was let's watch Dana and Tracy and Esty. Watch that, and then let's watch the Boone thing. I thought. No, actually, that's a lie. I wasn't going to watch the Boone. I was going to watch a bit of either Lawyer or Andrew Burkett to see about the Richard Allen stuff. And then I was going to watch, Andrew Burkett for Richard Allen, and then Lawyer for Sarah Boone. But didn't get there. Didn't even get past Dana. We'll just blame Dana. He made me sleep. We'll just blame Dana. Yeah, B12 would give some energy, but the sleep is the issue. Once you get that resolved, you'll be good. Yeah, I hope so. Well, it's the machine or whatever I have to get. I hope so, my darling. Nope. Could care less about Bulldogs. No, it's interesting. It's interesting. A lot of people said that now. No, but I went bed as I was knackered, not going to watch until it's finished, as I go straight through. Oh, all right, okay. You mean the Boone thing? She's off now, is she? Is she done now, is she? So it's interesting because people over dramatize stuff. People on X were like, there's somebody there, oh, what's her name? Jules or something? Jules, I think her name is. She's in court. She's very good. I follow her a little bit. And she said that Sarah Boone came across really well. And she couldn't believe the cross was so bad, she said. So the cross-examination was super bad. And her worry was that a few jurors looked quite sympathetically at her. And she thinks that they might look at the lesser charge, non-murder to look at manslaughter instead after she's been on, after she was a witness, which I don't know. She's in the court now, so I'll take that as you say it. But everyone, EDP and everyone was really pissed off with the cross, how bad it was. So I don't know. I want to, yeah, that's it. Boom, there you go. I think she's off now. I think she's done, isn't she? I bore most people to sleep. I'm used to it. Tracy knows. But normally it's a balance of Dana. You make me fall asleep, but but Tracy keeps me awake. So it's a nice balance, Tracy's the eye candy, and you're the I'm trying to think of something nice to say here, Dana. You're the it goes like 24 hours later. I'll think of something nice to say about you, Dana. Don't worry. I'm joking. I love you, Dana. I've watched most of the Boone's testimony. I thought she did pretty well, actually. Cross was weak. There you go. That's what the people do say. Good morning. Are we about to see the Farris trial? Yes, Jane. Yes, we are. We are. Sidekick, that's a good word. Sidekick. Dana's a sidekick. He's a speedo man, I should say, isn't he? And he mentioned the speedos last night. She's absolutely abused. However, I'm not saying that it didn't go both ways because we're only hearing her side. Yes. Well, that's why they might settle for manslaughter. Dylan has no words. Hey, Viv. How are you? The past few days I've had to go and have blood tests because I've been so unwell. Hope the results come back. Well, good luck to you, my darling. Good luck to you, Viv. Hope everything goes okay for you. There you go. No worries. Don't strain yourself. You know I like to tease, Lena. You know I like to tease. And yeah, good luck to Richie out there today with the quacks, duckies. Right, let me put this up then because I've got it here. Boost on for Debs. And that's done there. Right. We're on. We're on one. Carol says, everyone liked the stream. How many people we got? Oh, people, 12 likes. What the freaking hell? Come on. Press the like, press the like, press the like, please. Press the like and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. Boom, 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 boom. If you like and subscribe. Like and subscribe, motherfuckers. Where's Lisa Reed? I got my hat on for Lisa Reed. Where is she? Lisa Reed. Hello, Joe. How are you doing, my darling? Lisa Reed. Lisa Reed's been ill, so we forgive her. But I'm wearing my Lions top on for today for Lisa Reed. I can't find my Chicago one, that's why. I don't know where the hell it's gone. I'll find it later. Baby, please don't go. Boom. So again, today we're splitting the stream today again. Just so you know, morning, afternoon. It should direct you over there anyway when you need to. We got about 2.5 hours of our interview to go. Yes, 2.5 hours. So that will take us to lunch. That will take us to lunch. Even though it's boring, I know it's boring. No one wants to hear it. But obviously, you know, I feel like that I switch off for it. But it's funny though, isn't it? Because we expect the jury to listen to every word of it, and it just shows you, like we all say in chat that we all switch off. We get distracted. It's so easy. They probably switch off as well. They might not pick up on half the things because they're like, you know. It's like literally. I try and listen to it because I literally try and be a juror, you know. But I hope that if I was ever a juror, I would listen to everything. But I can see myself drifting off even as a juror. So you know, I can't really blame the jury. You know, hello, Sass. I did say yesterday, Sassy, I'm missing you. We don't see you as often, but it's lovely as always to see you, my darling. It was good because I saw some contradiction in her interview. There you go, but a lot of people might miss it, Deb. That's the problem, isn't it? Yeah, I know, but unfortunately they have to play it all, don't they? Because it's true representative of the whole thing, you know. Or don't play it at all, somewhat. Yeah, there were contradictions. There was a few. She caught a few lies. So yeah, I don't think it was good for her. But we'll see. Again, jury might not have heard it. Gary's got to go for a nap. I don't blame you. I'll be off screen anyway, so I might nap as well. Poor jury, yes, poor jury. Colgate UK. Why do I get a message from Colgate UK? I don't get that. If you like and subscribe, motherfuckers. And the only thing that really bothers me about this court is how late they start. That's the only thing that bothers me. Yeah, I mean, if you're torn, then it's obviously it's not guilty. But I know there's more, evidence to come. Well, I mean, there's the detectives on now, so there's cross to come. There's there's a lot of stuff to come. I don't know. I don't think, for me, I don't think there's enough. I think there's still reasonable doubt there. Liars don't make you a killer. What's the song? Don't make you a killer. Something does. Boom, 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 boom. It's an intriguing case. You could see, right? You could. What I'd love to see is this. Hello, Danielle, my darling. Is to have Scott, is it Gary, and Melody, all three of them up and like going after each other, and the jury to prove it. Because I think there's some stuff against all of them. Hey, Greg, how you doing, my friend? So, can you imagine that? They're all up against each other. Because you can only judge, it doesn't matter what you think about Scott or Gary and stuff like that now, because they're not on trial. You've only got to judge it on her. Whereas if you have three on there, woo, now you can't do that, obviously, but that would be exciting. That'd be exciting. No, it was all phone calls yesterday, so you did miss that. I mean, yes, you missed stuff because obviously any testimony is important, but I mean, I don't think you missed that much that moves the needle for people. I'd rather have the expert from the YSL trial, as she was the worst, than listen to these long interviews. I don't know who that is. I've never listened to it. Imagine they all looked up in a room together. That would be interesting. Yes, point the fingers at each other, but there's a lot of stuff that the detective said in the thing about it's important because they're claiming that she did all this herself. I presume. And they're like, well, it's impossible for one person to done it. You need multiple people to move him and stuff like that, or machinery to move him. So, but I don't think they can prove any of that stuff. That's what I picked up on as well. Do you know what I mean? So it's been interesting to see. Deb says, yes, Carol, he would. The whole family is against each other, and it was all about the dad's money. Yeah, it's sick, isn't it? Sick. Yes, Deb, Carol says, sickening. At one point, they actually speculate. They said it a few times. That I would take, and one of them corrected and said, "Well, you see, the multiple people and machinery, possibly." A few times they brought it up about she could have done this on her own. I think they were trying to say that was in cahoots with Scott or what's his name, Gary or Chris? I don't remember. Hello, Lady Di. Lady Di. Did I miss much? Yes and no, really. I mean, yes and no. I mean, there's a few things that she said that was interesting, but then it depends on how interested you are. I mean, it's hard to say. I don't think there's nothing that moved the needle. I don't think that was massively moved the needle, but there was a few things to be like, oh, right, okay. He's too big for her alone. Yeah, I think that what they're saying is that she used the tractor or used one of the machines to move him. But basically, that's what they're saying because she could use all of it. Oops. So technically, she didn't move it on her own because she used machinery. Is what they try to claim. Like YSL. I'm glad I didn't start YSL. day 485 or whatever it is. Ridiculous. Also, if oh, it doesn't matter. Anyway, it doesn't matter. That's only if he was killed inside, of course. He was outside, changes everything. Yes. He was trickery, Joe. Yes. Oh, yeah. Well, this is the thing, isn't it? I don't think we'll ever know for certain. But that was a good example of why you need to lawyer up. Because, you know, even stuff like, we got a lot more, we know a lot more, we're not telling you. Then she should say, well, if you're not telling me, I'm not fucking telling you anything then. See, get out of my house. Do you know what I mean? I hate to say, well, we know a lot more. Well, lay it all out there, show me everything so I can help you. Well, no, we're not going to do that. Well, shut up then. Well, there's more coming today, Lady Di, so we've got another 2.5 hours to go today. I think they said another 2.5 hours of calls up until lunchtime, basically. She should, yeah. I'm not, well, because she asked about bleeding and stuff, and it was like, but like, was it fresh blood? Well, you know, there's so many things that they said to her that she should just shut up, like, you know. And the whole diaphragm stuff, and, you know, the whole vagina DNA and stuff is like, fucking hell, dude. I mean, I wish the court would start, because literally we just lost, pretty much half the people. I hate the waiting on this. Hate it. Let me just see if there's anything else then. Oh, hang on then. Open link. I need to send something to my mother. We got a Ninja Fryer now, so she's not sure how to use it, so I'm trying to beep 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 beep. Like and subscribe, motherfuckers. Press the like, press the like, press the like, please. Press the like and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. Boom, 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 boom. If you like and subscribe. Right now that's stopped. I need to make sure that is live. It is. Dee 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 dee. Right. That's that. I can close that now. Fine. What's Rebecca say? What do I do if I leave to check on something else? Is I open a new browser and let alternate corner play on mute. What should I say? Then I toggle till what we watch it goes back on. So basically, you're saying you don't like it when I speak, so you go somewhere else. I don't blame you, by the way. So if I open another tab, so I need to this laptop is just my streaming laptop. All I do on this laptop is stream, right? But it's set up in a way that if I open another tab, my current. So if I open another tab for YouTube, my current stream pauses automatically. So it doesn't do it on my other laptop, just this one. So I need to fiddle the settings, but I keep getting, can't be asked. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going back and forth on other accounts. Ooh, yeah, that was it. DMC. This year's DMC's back. DMC. Diane, Mercy, Corrupt. Diane means corruption. Nobody will speak. Tom's joking. I'm joking. Silly, chat is my favorite part. I just don't know how to do it lately because I haven't got the energy. But who might leave? You don't have to leave. Just open up a new browser, check on the stream, then talk. Yeah, you should definitely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's what I do when I'm on my other laptop. Yeah, I do that as well. Mute it and then yeah, I do that a lot. Yeah, I haven't got the energy to speak. I struggle. That's why I'm not doing lunchtime stuff now because I haven't got the energy. After that copyright shit, I just spoilt it. That's why I've got 2 streams on the go all day afternoon. Fuck! Stop yawning. Dangerous Manchester chick. Yeah, the old Manchester, not Manchester, Boston, in Mass. Sorry, Manchester in the UK. Manchester United, Manchester City. Boo. There's a few dirty things I could say, but I'm not going to. But anyway, where's Lisa Reed? Lisa Reed, come on! I worn this hat especially for you. I think she might still be ill. All right, let me find the Chicago hat. Where's my Chicago hat? I can't find it. What the fuck have I done with that hat then? I don't know what I've done with my hat. The only one that fits me properly, and I can't find it. Ah, fuck. She popped in yesterday, you're right. She was here yesterday. No, it's fine. I was only teasing her because of the hat, the Lions hat. I'm only teasing her. It's all good. Right. Right, let me just check here then. I hate the waiting. Tomorrow I might start at 9 o'clock Eastern. Because look at it, it's 10 past now, nothing's happening in court. I always have to check that I have not paused it. Do you know what I mean? I've done that several times, but I've done that a few times. Especially if I've opened something on another tab. What will we do with a drunken Dana? What will we do with a drunken Dana? What will we do with a drunken Dana? Dana used to be a sailor. Dana used to be a sailor. Dana used to be a sailor. That's why he's Speedo Man. Dana, he's a Speedo Dana. He's a Speedo Dana. He's a Speedo Dana, Speedo Man. Oh. For all the looking, and all the talk the judge did about on time and long full days, he sure hasn't lived up to it. No, I do wonder what, because I do think he gets pissed at it. I do wonder why it's like that. I do wonder. It is interesting though. So anyone that missed it, they said that they believe that both sides are going to be rested. Like everything's done by the 1st of November, which is Friday, and it should be a half day. And they believe that closed statements will be on Monday, the 4th of October, and it'll be about nearly a full day. It'll be about, both sides will have 2 hours, plus he'll have about 45 minutes, which is now 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, plus breaks, lunch, 3, 4. Basically, I think they might have an hour. I don't know how they do it in, I don't remember how they do in Georgia. Will you just say, like, come back fresh tomorrow, or will they go and start deliberating straight away? You might give them, I don't know, I have no idea. But he seemed to think there'd be several days of deliberation, but we'll see. I don't expect to get a verdict. If they do deliberate on Monday, I don't expect to get a verdict. So I won't be staying on the stream, because I don't think there will be a verdict, because I don't think they're staying up all night. So that means Tuesday we'll be back on that Tuesday the 5th, which I'll probably make Wade Wilson Day, because I need to catch up on all the Wade Wilson stuff. And 6th is supposed to, if everything goes well, Sean's on the 6th with me, and we got Karen's hearing. If they live stream that, I don't know. Then the 7th, well, hopefully there's a verdict by the 7th. Fucking hell. At least. On 8th, I will not be streaming on the 8th. I will be away on the 8th. Oh, Danny boy, the sights are soaring from glen to glen. Here she is. At last, Lisa Reed. I was asking about you. I wore this just for you, because I couldn't find the Chicago one, so I wore this just for you, Lisa Reed. Sorry, guys, I'm so low energy right now. I think tomorrow I have to start at 9, because I'm already fucked. And it's not good when you're tired. I can't bring it. I can't bring it. Baby, please. So in 2 weeks' time, Sean will be on. Okay, good. And I will be on Resisted Silence on the 5th of November, Tuesday night. Looking forward to that. Please release me. Let me go. Boom, boom, boom. I'm late this morning. Nice guy. No worry at all. I wore it for you, because I couldn't find my Chicago one. And the, what do you call it? Yeah, Hutchinson injured. Oh, couldn't believe that. I forgot about that. That's a massive blow for Detroit. Do what you have to do, and we will be here. I know. It's fine. I'll be here. Just forgive me that I'm not full of energy or anything. That's all. I haven't got the same kind of put your hands up in the air, or put your legs up in the air, ladies. Judge White. Good morning, Deb and Gary, and everyone here in El Chatti, where you would be. This will wake us all up, hang on.
Boom, boom, boom. Amy's got big boobies. Boom, boom, boom. Amy's got nice boobies.
Robin G, don't worry, my darling. Thinking of you, my darling. Yeah, hope you're okay, my darling. We'll chat on the break. No worries at all. Oh, yeah. You only worried today because you couldn't find the... Yeah, basically. It's my second favourite. I like the Lions, though. I do like the Lions. I'm a Chicago man, aren't I? But I do like the Lions, so... And obviously this is your hat, so I wear it for you. And Greg, the court's never done, no, but the judge is there now. So hopefully... And she's there. Okay, now we're rocking. Now we're rocking, people. Rocking around the Christmas tree like a wild ba ba da ba. Da 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 da. Oh, there you go, Robin. I know you're bummed, my darling. Keep your head up. You know where we are. If you need just to vent, just come in here and vent, yeah? It's all good. It's all good. We'll play your song. Hang on, let's play Robin's song. Here, always try and cheer her up if we can.
Robin G, riding through the glen. Robin G, chasing all the men. All the men can never find Robin G spot.
Yeah, a lot of people say Santa hat. A lot of people say that, yeah. When you look at it, I suppose, yeah. Just remember, everybody, that tomorrow, Martha is on tomorrow. She's arriving today, and she will be Vordired, I believe, in the morning. And then, if she's allowed to testify, she'll be in. She will be in tomorrow morning, Martha Jane. So yeah, tomorrow should be a good day and a good night. And I'm feeling good. Bam 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 bam. I'm feeling good. Bam. She doesn't stand, or the lawyer doesn't stand for the jury either. I don't get how it works. And I'm feeling good. Yeah, Vordi will be live. Vordi will be live. Just means we'll have to watch it twice, potentially. No, it'll be live, yes. It should be, because it's part of the trial, you know. Every other Vordi has been live anyway, so... Or whatever you call it. They don't call it Vordi, I don't think, but it was something else. Fuck's sakes. I just wonder why they do it. I don't quite understand. Like, obviously, I don't think the jury will be bothered, but it's more of a... you don't very often see that. And while it's just gone now to another break. Why are we waiting? We are suffocated. Oh, why are we waiting for court? Why are we waiting? We are suffocated. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Hang on, let me just put this up for a second whilst we're waiting, because they're fucking us about again. So this is Aidan in court today for supporting Richie, or Rich. He has got the duck t-shirt on for Rich. Duckgate is in court today, so there you go. That's Aidan in court today. We'll try and keep you updated, see what's going on there. Why are we waiting? We are suffocating. Oh, why are we waiting for this court? Charles and Camilla are on the way home. Oh, are they? I didn't realise. Oh, yeah, actually, I did. Yeah, they're on the back to the UK. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. 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 Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. I can't wait for Christmas. I can't wait for Christmas. Could you please read out loud if anyone comments what happened in court? War court. Are you being Richie? I mean, well, if there's a break or something, I'll do it. I won't do it over testimony or some stuff. But yeah, I'll do over a break. I've given most of my presents out already, Carol. I bought them and I was just like, fuck it, give them out now. So my nieces all want money, so they'll get money. They know what they're getting. My parents have got what they want or what I give them, so they've had their gift already last week. So yeah. Oh, farewell, Uni. And Nadolig llawen. Ba 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 da da ba da ba. Dymuno Nadolig llawen. Dymuno Nadolig llawen. Dymuno Nadolig llawen. A blwyddyn newydd dda. 6 foot, Viv. I am, well, 5'11", 6 foot. I always say 6 foot, but yeah, but 5'11", 6 foot. I've got a beer belly. I've got a big belly. I'm like Santa. I've got a belly. I just need a white beard. Well, I've done my Christmas shopping, done. Gifts given out, done. Merry Christmas, everybody. Those kids are the hardest to buy for. I ask them what they want, money. I'm like, okay, good. I just give them money now because they know what they want. So I just give them money and they go shopping then and get what they want. So Viv is now, it used to be 4'10", now 4'7". Woof. Right, we started, for fuck's sakes. Oh, get the fuck out. I'm sorry about my language.
Ms. Francis, you ready to resume the audio recording?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yesterday? All right, go ahead.
1:42:01. I went back about 7 seconds just to make sure.
Just getting the TV started.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
System. Thank you.
Should be good.
And did my thing for it and then brought it back to the house. And I left it parked in the first parking pad, furthest away from the house. Just pulled it in there and left.
Why'd you go and get it and bring it back?
Just because I didn't want to walk from the barn and I had brought a feed bucket back to the
Why'd you drop it off for the night before then? She thought you were gonna.
You see what I mean? Like you drop it off to just go the very next day and get it again.
Right. But.
You see what I'm saying? That's why I was curious why.
Walks miles a day
Mhm.
to me anyway, and I would always walk to that barn unless I'm carrying something and back. It's just.
So you went and got it. Did you do anything with it when you went and got it? Because you walked to get it, to bring it back to the
Well,
house.
I went over there to go feed everybody.
Okay. And you did that, and this is the morning of the 4th still, or is this when the girls were
No,
there?
that was the morning of the 4th. And I
Okay.
went up there and got it because I had my water in
And you brought it back.
and a feed bucket and some other stuff. I had just gathered up, like, that kind of stuff. you
Okay.
know.
So when
Went
you
back
had,
to the RTV, came back over to the house and did my usual, put Miracle Grow out on the plants.
Yeah.
I mean,
stuff works miracles.
Yeah,
It really
just
does.
that kind of stuff, fiddled around, got to blow it, backpack blower, blew it off the driveway.
And this is all on the 4th. So once you got the girls and Addison came over, how long did Chris stay when he dropped Addison off? Once you and Cameron got
I
back?
had, well, I got Cameron inside, told her, I said, just take it to Ellen Addie's room. Okay, so
So-
she did,
So wait, what does that mean? I'm sorry, like where did she go?
upstairs.
Oh, okay. So like in that upstairs bedroom where their stuff is?
Right.
Okay.
So she went up there, did it, I said, I'm gonna go to the barn and feed. I said, and you can just do whatever you want to.
Okay, so you left Cameron in the house.
Yeah.
And then you went back to the
And I went
barn.
to the barn.
Did you walk to the barn or take the ATV that
No,
was
I took the
outside?
RTV.
Okay, so you drove the
But-
RTV to the barn.
I did, but when I pulled in to the house, I said, great, all the goats are out. So we don't leave them out unattended because they will get in and eat all, everything. So I called Scott and I said, have you been here? Because the RTV was not parked where I had left it.
But this is all the way once Cameron got there.
Yes,
Okay.
Cameron was there. The RTV was parked in the next parking pad. There's two.
Like in the driveway.
In the driveway,
So you parked it in one, you leave, you come
Yeah.
back and it's been
and it's
moved.
in another. Still didn't think anything about it. I mean, it's in a different
But
one.
Scott what'd Scott say?
I said, have you been here to the house? Well, no. What makes you think that I've been to the house? Well, she goes, everything's out.
Hmm.
And I said,
And the RT, and who all drives the RTV?
me and Scott and Gary and whoever's there.
Okay. You'll leave with just the key in it?
Yeah.
Was it weird that it had been moved?
I just thought Gary had moved it.
Okay.
Now, when I was blowing off everything, of course, I start blow from the shed, over just right in front of the shed that's over there at the house. Just blow that off and then do the driveway and then down part, of the driveway, those two parking pads, keep them kind of, done off. And blew the top deck off and then went down and just blew like the stairs that went down. Just kind of blew it.
How often do you do that?
Every day. Sometimes twice a day, just to keep it off my driveway.
Mm-hmm.
Because all those nuts and stuff fall on it.
Mm-hmm.
And it had not been that long ago that we pressure washed it,
Okay. Pressure wash like everything?
just the driveway.
Okay.
And then I did not use the pressure washer on the sidewalk that went into the house.
Has it ever,
Just sprayed it.
with the
Stuff.
hose?
I've got one of those things that hooks up to the end of the hose
Mhm.
that we spray it pretty frequently with.
Okay.
It's that Clorox.
Like the little hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
When was the last time you sprayed kind of the, like under the deck?
that was right after we did the fire pit.
How long ago was that? Talking days, weeks, months?
It was still cold outside.
Oh, so we're talking months ago was the last time it was really
It was
sprayed
in
down with the
spring, yeah, it
Clorox
was in the
spray.
spring.
Okay.
Chad
So a
came
little
over.
while ago.
Yeah, Chad
So,
came over,
when
because
you-
they had brought red mud and stuff up when they were
Oh,
working on it.
Yeah, and just made
And
it
so we
dirty.
pressure washed it then,
And that was really the last time it got a good cleaning.
and that was the last time I got a good clean.
Okay. So when you were taking after you called Scott out the goats, Cameron's inside upstairs,
Well, she was in the car with me when I called Scott.
Because you figured out, did you see the goats were out when you were
Yeah.
pulling in?
Yeah.
Okay, so you
And
have
the
that
pigs
call.
are running and everything's out and, you know,
Yeah, everybody's out. They don't need to
Everybody's
be.
you know,
Okay, so you call Scott,
yeah.
mention that to him. He says he hadn't been there.
I said, have you been here? Because, I mean, it was like, everything was open,
Mhm.
you know, and he said, no, I haven't been there. Why? I said, because everything looks like it's been, you know. I said, and we mentioned, right, he's left goats out again, but that's not unusual either. I mean, you know, for him to go and do that. And so anyway, I came in and told her, I said, I'm gonna go to the barn and feed, get the goats back in, because all we have to do is put feed in a feed bucket and holler, hey goats, and they come running. Well, as soon as I got to the barn, Chris pulled in. So I just hopped back on the RTV, went back over to the house and talked to Patty. She brought food in from Wendy's,
How long was Chris there?
maybe 15 minutes.
So not a terribly, it's
Not a
pretty
terribly
pretty
long
short
time.
amount of time.
Pretty short amount of time. We had the discussion about, where's Ella? And she's still at Emma's.
So she was at that sleepover still.
Yeah, she was still over there. And I said,
Okay.
why are you, she just came into town. Why are you leaving her there that long?
Mm-hmm.
You know, she came in on Tuesday, you dropped her off on Tuesday. You know, why are you leaving her there that long? And then he left.
And this is about 7 o'clock. He leaves. So you go and put all the animals up from the time you and Cameron got home before
Well-
Chris gets there. All the animals are put up.
No, I never did get them put up.
Okay. So did you go and try to do it? Because Cameron was inside and you went back outside.
Well, in the meantime, as soon as I got over to the barn, Addison pulled up with Chris.
Okay.
So I just hopped back on the RTV, went back to the house, talked to Addison. You know, she had a salad and some stuff from Wendy's.
Mhm.
She sat there and ate it. We chatted about what you do today, just the usual, you know, that kind of stuff. And I said,
How long from the time you got home to the time Addison and Chris got there?
not long.
Less than an hour?
Oh, yeah. I mean, just literally from me to get pulled in.
Did you drive that AT to RTV anywhere then?
Yeah, I took it back to the barn.
And you parked it there?
Well, no, because I went over to the barn and was going to, I had put the feed in the feed bucket and realized that Addison and Chris were pulling in. So I just hopped back on the RTV, went back to the house, got busy with them, just kind of doing
Mhm.
and stuff. And Addison had salad and I don't know what else from Wendy's. And I said, look, and she said, I'm not, whatever, I'm going to not eat all of it. And I said, well, take it, put the top back on it, put it back in the refrigerator, put the bag in the garbage. I mean, you know, typical stuff you tell an 11-year-old. I mean, you know. And they wanted to go over to the barn. And Cameron, or I guess it was Cameron, they poured orange juice in the kitchen. And I said, oh, somebody spilled orange juice in the kitchen. And, you know, when I'm sorry or something like that. So I, you know, cleaned it up. And, you know, they went over to the barn. And I said, do y'all want to feed that little baby goat while y'all were over there? And Addison just, well, I don't know. You know, and I'm sure she didn't know how to mix up the bottles and, you know, that kind of stuff. And I went back to the barn, fed the baby goat, and took the feed out to the thing and tried to get the goats back in. And the pigs were everywhere and doing, and I just had on flip-flops at the time. And I thought, I need to go back and get my boots and put them on. And so I went back and got my boots. I was going to get the boots and stuff. Well, by that time, the girls were wanting to ride the RTV. And I said, please don't do that tonight. It's getting late. Everybody's tired. I've been hot today. You know, let's get wound down. Everybody get a shower. We'll ride the RTV tomorrow. And, you know, I got busy with them, trying to get them in bed and that kind of stuff.
What time did they get in bed?
I know that I was in bed by 8:30.
Okay.
And because I talked to Scott again, and I said, I thought you were coming home.
When did y'all look for Gary?
That was not till yesterday.
What about Addison and Cameron?
Well, they said something about where's Big Daddy? And I said, well, I'm sure it's down there in the basement. And that was the only discussion, and then I said, why? And they said, well, we want to ride the RTV. Well, that's when we had the discussion about, no, let's not ride the RTV tonight. It's getting.
Did they ask where he was?
Well, they just said, they said, they did. Where's Big Daddy? I said, well, I'm assuming he's down there in the basement. Did you not see him? Well, and that was just kind of the end of the discussion because I said, well, why?
Did they want you to, did they make any efforts to go look at the barn for him? Did they make any efforts to call him?
No. That was just, it was dropped at that point in time because I said, well, why? And this is when we want to ride the RTV. And I said, look, let's get cleaned up, let's whatever, you've got all day tomorrow.
And you didn't help them look for him at all?
Not that, no.
Is it unusual to not see him for an entire day?
It's very usual.
And he's not in the basement?
I don't know. Because nobody ever went and looked or did anything from that point in time on.
When was the last time you had actually gone in the basement yourself? Did you ever do anything down there or go down there at all?
I will one time a week. We'll go down there and change his sheets, gather up towels or dishes and that kind of stuff.
Okay. And what day was it you broke the plate? You said it was
I think it was on Monday.
Why were y'all down there then?
I was outside and I walked in his office to go get scissors to cut tags off
Of the plants?
of blankets.
And you broke the dish out of frustration?
Because it was just like, really, can any of y'all not pick up anything after?
Did you drop it?
Oh, yeah.
Did you slam it? You slammed it?
I just slammed it. Scott was right there when he did it. And Gary was over his mom.
It seems like a substantial thing to smash that dish.
It was just, Scott was just standing there just yelling at me.
It seems like there was,
It was
notable
like
frustration.
Everything. It was like,
It was
everything was
him,
going wrong, everything was going.
him paying for other people's
Well,
finances.
no, that wasn't even that. That
It
was
was.
not an issue at the time. It was Scott standing there basically just, why do you always do this? Why do you all, it was you all. It wasn't, I said, Scott, this is not your place. I can do whatever I want to here. I can dig up bushes, I can do replant, I can put a fire pit, I can do whatever I want to here. Your daddy and I can do whatever we want to. It was just a conversation that we had, 14 times a week.
Mhm.
Because, I'm sure you talked to him, it's his barn. And I don't tell him many times, unless you got a rat in your pocket, there is no way to this discussion. This is our place.
Mhm. And that's the discussion y'all were having down there?
And, it was.
And that would be like
and y'all
the second?
It was just like everything at that point in time. He'd gone just haywire. It was just everything.
Like what?
Just normal, everyday stuff. Scott was yelling at me because I didn't have dinner done. Well, why don't you have dinner done? Scott, give me a minute. Just,
Mhm.
I don't even know what we're going to do. Just that kind of stuff. Gary, he said, why is Gary going to the barn? I don't know, Scott. But he had walked over there. And because the RTV was at the house. And I said, I don't know. Well, what's he over there doing in the garden? I don't know, Scott. It's just a typical,
Mhm.
And
So when to your knowledge, Addison and Cameron never went to the barn looking for Big Daddy.
they
never
went to the
called him.
barn that night. They just went over there to,
Did they walk or take the?
no, I wouldn't, I said, they just walked,
Okay,
over there.
so they walked over
I
there.
said, just stay out of the pastures. That's all I asked, stay out of the pastures. And they went.
So when you went to sleep at 8:30, where were they?
They were inside.
Okay.
And I had told them, I said, look.
But y'all there was really no discussion about Gary, nobody being able to find him or talk to him or anything. Have you tried calling his phone at all?
No. There was no reason.
Had they?
No.
Had anybody?
Not that night that I know of.
Okay. And you went to bed at 8:30?
Yeah.
Did you call anybody after 8:30 or did anyone call you and you have any conversation at all?
I talked to Amanda after I got home. Because she called to say, she sent a text, she said, we're home. And I called her after that, and I said, you know, basically the discussion of, we are too. Amanda said, look, we're gonna go to bed early. I said, she said, I told Cameron that she's got to turn her phone off, she can't be on her phone after, you know, so she said, please make sure that they adhere to that, stay off Instagram, Snapchat, you know, all that
Yeah,
stuff, all the normal kind of stuff. So I told the girls, I said, look, and I did, I went upstairs and got a shower. And got ready for, you know, stuff, and I said, keep an eye on the goats, because I said, I couldn't get the pigs and stuff in, so I'm not gonna try to get one, you know. And I said, I'm hot, I'm tired, I don't feel good, my head hurts, you know, just the usual, I've been out deep. And all, because like I said, I had stayed in line a long time just to get in. And they came back, and I told them, I said, look, y'all got to do a shower. And they go, okay, well, I mean, the usual, you know. And I sent Addie a text, and I said, okay, it's time for you all to get in the shower. Because they were upstairs, and I was downstairs, and I had fixed me something to eat. And I actually took it to bed and turned on the TV in there in the bedroom, and was doing that. And they said, okay. And they did, they came, you know, I knew they were in the shower, I mean, you know, getting ready. And then.
And what time is this right about now?
About 8:30, something, you know, along about that. And Scott came in after that.
Okay.
And was belligerent because the goats were out. I said, Scott, they're fine, they're not doing anything, I couldn't get them in.
He came in because he was upset about it.
He was upset about it. You know, and that point.
And he came in the house and talked to you when you were in your bedroom?
Yeah, he came to my bedroom door. And there was a discussion about, oh, well, I guess they've been on the, I mean, something about the RTVs. I said, no, I didn't, because they won't provide it tomorrow. So get over it. And I said, so do not take it back up to the barn. So then that way we can get on it, they can get on it in the morning and ride it. And of course, he was in his truck. And he came in and something about, well, the eggs, there's a hen sitting on the eggs up at the house. I said, I know that. So don't get those eggs and give them to you. Okay, not going to. You need to calm down. And that was, he was just in there screaming. I said, you need to calm down.
And then,
you know,
and this is a little bit after 8 at this point?
Yeah.
8:39?
Yeah, somewhere the 8:30 range.
Okay. And then he leaves.
And then he leaves.
And he gets back in his truck and drives to his barn?
I don't know where he went. I mean,
But he left the house.
He left the house.
Oh.
And he said something about, what'd you fix for dinner? I mean, it was just a normal discussion, you know. Well, we ate it late one year. And, you know, as far as a big meal, I mean, you know, goes. And I said, Addison brought in Wendy's. I mean, that was just the discussion.
Okay.
It's just a normal every night.
And then what happened after Scott leaves?
I didn't get back up. I mean, I heard the girls back in the kitchen.
What time did you get up the next day on the 5th?
I honestly don't know. It was later than normal when I got up.
But you were in bed at 8:30. You never got up. You didn't go play with the girls. You didn't walk around. You didn't go outside. You just stayed in bed.
I just stayed in bed. I mean, I was done. I mean, I was just, and had a bad headache, and that, so I just distributed being in the sun all day. And it got so hot, you know. And I heard the girls in the kitchen sometime 9:30ish, something like that, getting food, which was fine. And then, you know, thinking about it, heard them go back upstairs, giggling and talking, and, you know, that kind of stuff. And the next morning, I think it was around 7:30, 8 o'clock, I went upstairs to just check on them. And they were both in the queen size bed that was in there in the bedroom. And I turned out, they had 2 lights on in there, the ceiling light and the light on the chest. I turned those off. There's 2, all the bathroom lights were on. I actually let water out of the bathtub that had been left in there. just the normal, you know.
Did you kind of tidied up in there while they were sleeping?
Kind of, yeah, just the bathroom and the,
And turning lights?
yeah.
And then what time, and then did they get up and eat breakfast?
They got.
Or what'd you do after doing all that stuff in the room?
Then just the normal, feed the chicken, fix me something to eat, and actually took it back to the bedroom to eat because the TV in the study has been acting up. Ever since we had a new hard drive put in, it's been buffering a bit, so I just took it back to the bedroom.
What time did Amanda get there?
I think about it.
Did you ever go out to the fire when you were doing your routine? To blow off and all that kind of stuff?
No, didn't do anything.
Water plants, like what was your usual routine after
I just
tidying
went
up?
and checked on the chickens.
Okay.
Was
Did you take the RTV or did you just walk?
Yeah, I mean, they're right there at the house.
Oh, in the big chicken coop there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just in the house.
Where was the RTV then?
It was still parked there, it wasn't my pool.
Which is where you parked it, but it had gotten moved.
Right.
And so it stayed
But it
right
stayed
there. Okay. So that point in time, and during this entire, okay, and at that point in time, you never went to the back, you never rode the RTV, you just checked on the chickens.
I checked on the chickens and did the usual picking up, putting up everything that unloaded the dishwasher, put the stuff that they had gotten, used the night before, put it in the dishwasher, just the normal, picking up, putting up after two little girls in there.
Yeah. What time did was Amanda the first person to come over that day?
Yeah,
What time did Amanda?
I don't know.
Were the girls up?
Oh, yeah, they were up,
What were they doing when they woke up?
just upstairs playing.
Okay. And then Amanda gets there.
Amanda got there and
What did you do once Amanda got there?
we went and actually sat down on the front porch.
Okay.
And then Cameron and Addison came out and sat down. So
it was the 4 y'all out there just kind of hanging out.
yeah, just talking and whatever. And the girls said something about riding the RTV. And I said, we'll go there and ask, something about finding Big Daddy. And they came back and they said, well, he's not down there. I said, well, did you look at the barn? Just, well, then Scott pulled up about that time. He came up and he was dressed. And I said, where are you going? Well, I'm going to go get my hair cut, and I'm going to go to the PGA store, and I'm going to go meet Ted, and I'm going to da-da-da-da-da. I said, really? Once again, you're going to be off and going and whatever today? And I said, the girls are looking for your daddy. Have you seen him? Well, no. I said, simple question, Scott. And so I got up and went downstairs and looked, and he wasn't there. But his door to his office was cracked open. So I went in there and, looked through the basement like you typically, would. Nothing was out of character.
So you're touching doors when you're looking for them?
Oh, yeah.
Opening doors. Were you opening any? Did you ever open any drawers? Do you ever go through any of his drawers? Or look at him or sneak around or anything like that if he's gone?
Now, I will occasionally get his phone and open it up.
Where does he keep his phone?
Any of them would.
Like just sitting out on countertops,
Well,
basically?
Yeah. He'll look at like laying on the kitchen countertop or in the bedroom on the chest of drawers. Or most of the time it's in his office.
Okay. What about his wallet?
Yeah. If on a work week, he will usually leave it either on top of the dresser or leave it in the drawer. But then on the weekends a lot, if he doesn't keep it on him, so he'll just put it in his car. For going back and forth and that kind of stuff.
Going back and forth on the weekends? Back and forth to what?
He'll go to Cherokee, Tractor Supply, go get cigarettes, Mountain Dew, just that kind of stuff.
Okay. So
I went back out there and
do you ever go through his drawers in his basement or anything? No. In his area. So there's no reason. Just for example, we'd find on any of the drawers and any of the furniture, we're gonna find where you would open it.
Oh yeah. I've touched everything in the house.
When was the last time you were going through any of the drawers down there?
I have no idea.
Would it have been a long time ago?
Well, Scott and I were actually looking, Scott had said that there was a remote control missing. And I actually went down there and looked for it.
When was that?
Oh, a couple weeks ago.
Okay. Where all did you look for it?
Well, I had just thought, well, it got put in the cabinet where the TV is, in one of those, and opened it up. And we never did find it. I mean, I didn't.
Did you go look at any other furniture down there, or just the one that the TV sits on?
Actually got, at some point in time, got a picture frame out of the chest, to open the corner,
By the sliding door?
by the sliding door, in the back corner. Got a picture frame out.
When was that?
I have no idea.
How long ago was it?
It's been in the last few weeks.
Did you find anything of note there? Did you see anything interesting in the that chest of drawers?
No, I just pulled the picture frame out.
Which drawer?
Second one down. I mean, it's still.
Did you know exactly where it was and only open that one?
I knew exactly where it was.
Did you open any others?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I just like got the picture frame.
Which picture frame was it?
It was a glass picture, I mean, like a mirror picture frame
Where is it now?
in my study.
Is your study the one that is you first walk in, it's on the left with all the books?
Uh-huh.
Are those all the books that you have read, or are those ones your husband's read, or both?
Well, a lot of them were my parents' books.
Okay.
A lot of that stuff in there was my mother's, my grandmother's stuff.
But that is your study. That's where you sit.
Yeah, that's where I stay. So, I mean, I just went in there, got that picture frame, you know, put a picture in it. stuck
And that
it
was a
back
few
up on.
weeks ago?
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, I knew exactly where it was. But, you know, maybe it just drove me, you know, nothing unusual. I mean, I go to, you know, like I said, once a week, I will go down there and dust and, you know, take the sheets off his bed and usually run it back to the cleaner,
Mhm.
you know, for it. But now, the other day, before the kids came, I had cleaned his bathroom and done all that kind of stuff just because, you know, kids are gone.
Mhm.
Everything's gonna be cleaned up. And had vacuumed the home theater and cleaned a couple of spots because Gary would drink Mountain Dew because he comes and goes from his office all the time.
Mhm.
Put the remote controls back in, plugged in. There's one that you have to plug it in.
Okay.
You know, just did the normal, plug that remote in, lay it up on the thing, take the leather cleaner, wipe off. You know,
When was the last time you were cleaning down there?
that was before the kids came.
Before the barbecue weekend?
Yeah.
Okay. So definitely no cleaning down there since then.
No.
And real quick, I know you told me earlier, and unfortunately
Now, I did
forgot.
go down there on the weekend when they were there, because Scott was supposed to have had Ted, a friend of his, come over.
Mhm.
And he did come, and then they scared him.
Which Ted? What's Ted's last name?
I don't know.
Is it like a friend you plays golf with and stuff?
Yes,
Okay.
and his mother was actually supposed to have gone too. And I had gone down there and actually made Gary's bed because they were coming over, and she had never been to the house. So I went down there and made his bed, made sure everything, the lights were turned on
And that would have been
Saturday before.
Saturday. Okay. That was really the last time you were in the basement, other than stepping in and breaking that dish.
Yeah, but that was outside. I mean, I just got it off his desk in there.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
also
I went
other than the dish incident that happened on like the second,
Yeah, I mean, I just,
you cleaned it on Saturday and you really have not been back down
no,
there. Okay.
until the other day when we were looking for Gary.
Okay. And when you were looking for Gary, was anything out of place down there? Was anything unusual? Did you see anything strange?
No, but when I was blowing off everything the day of the 4th of July, when I passed, got down there blowing right, because his bathroom that he uses is right at the bottom of those steps down there, and the fan was blowing in there, and you could smell cigarette, smell smoke coming, you know, out of it. I was like,
Where does he smoke? Just all over down here?
mainly in the bathroom or in that electrical room. If you go kind of down that hall,
Does he smoke in like the theater room?
He's not supposed to.
Does he smoke when he's sitting on the couch watching the other television?
He usually goes in the home theater.
It's a nice home theater, though, but too.
And, yeah, I mean, he'll go in there on occasion and smoke, and I'm just like, please don't, we just got this all cleaned up on the fire.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, he will occasionally go in there and smoke. But he does smoke in his office, but he's got one of those big air purifier, things that sits in there.
So I'm gonna jump to something real quick. When was the last time you all used a tractor? It was about like within the last week, but days ago, like before the barbecue. And that's when he graded the sand trap or sand thing in the field.
Yeah.
And that was before the barbecue.
Yeah.
That's the last time you know it was used, right?
Well, Scott hooked up the aerator, I think after that into the backyard, but I don't know for sure. I don't remember exactly when Scott did that. But then the rate was back on it because Scott said something about, well, yesterday when we were looking for him yesterday, Scott and I got on the RTV and I mean, we walked down and around it, everywhere. And then Scott got the RTV and pulled around the house and down because he's got a trail cam down by feeder. And I said, if you got that trail cam working, is there anything on it? No, there's nothing on it. So that was the end of that discussion. And then I actually had walked down the hill, past the burn pile, down that hill right there, and hopped on the RTV with Scott. And we'd come back up, and then we took it across the dam over there and looked, just over there, and then backed up, went back up and around, and then we rode up on the road. So you look in the top part of that pasture, up there.
Okay.
And and I rode with him up there. We rode.
Did you go look around the tractor at all?
Well, we made the mention then, because we went back over there to the shed and the barn, and I looked for the barn, and I even crawled up in the hayloft up there and looked up there, and stuff. I've looked everywhere. Okay, I'm more in the store, And Scott said, and you took the tractor back here and put it not where we usually park it under the covered part, and it was down back behind.
So when y'all saw it, it was parked not in the covered spot.
No, in the covered.
But the last time you had seen it, it was in the covered spot, right?
Yeah.
When was the last time you saw it parked? Like, when was the last time before seeing it there, when was the last time you actually laid eyes on that tractor?
I think that, it was there when I went over to go take care of the goats that night and stuff. But like I said,
That was there where?
It was under the shed.
What night was that?
That would have been on Tuesday.
So somebody has moved it between Tuesday night
Yeah,
and July 4th.
yeah, but it was down on the back side of that shed, down where there's a bunch of pumpkins and stuff coming up down there, and then we keep a.
Is that where you saw it?
That kind of stuff, and I said something about, did you bring that down here, And he said, no, and I said, what, is it stuck? And he said, I don't think so, because Gary's taken it and it got stuck before, we had to pull it out. The last time we had to pull it out, he had to hook his truck up at the top.
So you saw it parked under the shed on Tuesday night, though?
Yeah.
Is that when you were feeding?
But that was just when I was.
What time was that?
Well, when I went to go put the goats up and that kind of stuff.
Was that the dusk when you were on the ATV riding around? It was dusk and everything?
Yeah. I just went, made sure.
So that would have been.
Made sure everything was locked, the goat pen was locked up,
Okay.
and we usually keep a
So-
couple logs sitting in front of it too.
So the tractor has been moved between Tuesday night.
Yeah.
And then when y'all.
Yeah.
Went back there, somebody has moved it.
Yeah, but I didn't think anything about it. I mean,
Well, what do you think about it now? Tuesday night.
I mean, I just assumed that he had done it on Wednesday.
Well, I know. What do you think about it now?
I don't know. I mean.
The tractor was moved between Tuesday
Well, yeah,
night.
I know that.
You didn't move it.
No, I didn't move it.
all day long, Scott was gone, right? He left and he was not back till 8.
I don't know that.
Well, we can, that's something we can verify very easily. So that leaves Tuesday night.
Right. I just
And that leaves Wednesday morning.
That was our assumption that Gary had done it because
correct. That's an assumption.
Had been moved.
What's your thoughts now?
I don't know.
Gary did not move it. How did that tractor get moved? Why did the tractor get moved?
I don't know. I didn't move it.
Any guess?
No. I mean, like I said, I just assumed that Gary had done it that day.
I mean, did you see what I'm like?
I do feel it.
Tuesday night when you're feeding the goats, it's dusk. The fire is going. You're saying that tractor was parked underneath that shed.
Yeah.
Where it's normally parked underneath the shed. It's a nice tractor. You don't want to leave it out in the rain. And then when y'all went looking for him, it had been moved.
It had been moved.
And that was
when Scott
July 5th when y'all were all, of course, looking for him.
Right.
So how did the tractor get moved?
I don't know.
When did the tractor get moved?
I don't know.
Do you have any idea? You don't even seem, do you think it's strange that the tractor's been moved?
No.
Why?
Because it's not unusual for it to be moved.
It's not unusual to be moved when your husband is alive.
Right. But we don't know when. I did not know. Still don't know. I don't know. I'll tell you, I don't know. That tractor at that point in time was not, I mean, and that was our discussion, mine and Scott's, discussion. Did you, he said, no, I guess he did it.
How anal was Gary about it being parked under the shed?
It was more Scott than anal about it being.
So everyone else we've spoken to said Gary was anal about it because it's his money, he paid for it, he wanted it kept under the shed and out of the rain.
He didn't discuss the tractor necessarily with me because I am very seldom on it. Even Scott doesn't want me. Scott didn't even want me on that RTV. So Scott keeps the track. I mean, even if I bring that RTV over to the house for some reason, Scott will come get it and take it back.
But what about the tractor?
Like I said,
Was Gary ever known to just leave it out in the middle of the pasture? Or did he always put it back?
no, he didn't necessarily put it back. He has on occasion run it out of gas.
Not intentionally though. If it's able to be crank and ran, he
He'll
puts it
typically
back
put
where it goes.
Yep, he'll typically put it back. But I asked Scott, I said, is it stuck? To leave him where that it was.
And it wasn't.
And he said, I don't think so.
I saw it. It wasn't stuck.
It definitely is not stuck.
It's not rained good in a while. It's not
stuck.
stuck.
To it, we didn't.
But you definitely noticed it was not parked where you saw it on Tuesday night.
Right.
So if it's got gas in it and we can turn the key and crank it right now and drive it, that's odd that it's there. That Gary would have left it there.
No, not necessarily. Not if he was planning on going back. Because it looked like he was just turning the pile, the compost piles that was down there. That was all the discussion that we had about it.
Okay. And on Tuesday night, when you saw it in the shed, that's dusk, when you're feeding the animals and stuff, you were on the RTV. Was that when you had left the RTV and walked back, or was that you had done more driving around before you did that?
Oh, no, that was earlier when I had gone to check the goat pen and the gate and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. And you had gotten the horses in. This is that night.
No, this is before I got the horses in.
This is when you saw it parked underneath the shed. But it's at dusk.
Yeah, right.
Okay. So a short time after that, it does. You're on the RTV. You had already had the conversation in the kitchen with Gary. About dinner.
Yeah.
You had already broken the plate.
Yes.
The food plate had fallen, fell off.
Well,
and then.
Yeah, and I left it there while I went and ate.
Okay,
it was just
that's fine. So now
I just went in, scooped up more chicken salad, put it on a plate, grabbed some crackers, put it on a plate, went in there and ate.
Okay.
Took it in front of
So
the TV.
we're looking at this tractor in the shed. You're on the RTV. You're up there at the barn tending to the animals. Mm-hmm. Scott is gone because he is away. So between we have some narrow time frames that things could have happened. We can make some time frame. We can make some conclusions about time frames. Gary did not move the tractor from the shed at dusk or after dusk or in the middle of the night. But the tractor is moved.
But I don't know how to tractor gets moved. I can honestly, I do not know how to tractor.
See, and but do you see why that's strange?
I do.
Why is that strange to somebody like me? Explain why this is a concerning thing to me.
Because we don't know how to tractor gets moved.
Explain why that's concerning.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I honestly don't know. I mean, you are assuming that he was killed somewhere else and moved. But I don't know that. I know nothing about anything. I mean, I don't.
Do you understand what we make our assumptions off of?
I do.
What?
Just by what everybody else is saying, or what you're saying. I mean, there's 2 broken plates.
So we make our assumptions because we can't have our feelings involved in these cases. Our job is to find evidence and follow it.
Right.
Our assumptions are based off of evidence.
Right.
I've spoken to you several times in your family, and I've told you about the science part of all this that our crime scene technicians are doing and how science is involved in this to tell us things.
Right.
Our assumptions are based off of evidence.
Right.
So when you say he's assuming he was killed somewhere else and moved, his assumption is based off of something.
Right. But I'm
It's not like I just pulled that idea, the
that,
idea that
but I didn't.
I'm not pulling it out of a hat. Just not. So there's only so many ways, and you're the only person there, the only person at the house.
But now that tractor, I mean, I didn't go to the back of the barn. I didn't go back to the back of the shed. Anything that morning. You know, I didn't, that's not something I typically do. I mean, I just go to the barn feed, come back out. You know, I don't go check to see if there's a tractor there. He stays in it all the time. I mean, there was no reason for me to go and look. It was only when we were looking for Gary that I said something to Scott. I said, why is the tractor parked where it is?
Correct.
Is it stuck?
And why is that? Why would that? Can you explain why something like that would be concerning to me? As
because it was still stuck into the pile.
And because obviously, excuse me.
Because I asked Scott, I said, did you move the tractor?
And what Scott said?
He said, no. He said, I'm sure he did it doing, messing stuff up.
Was anyone in your family, does anyone who is not in your family drive the tractor?
No. Only Gary and Scott.
And you,
like I said, I've been on it.
And you were trained springish on how to drive it.
Yeah.
Recently.
Yeah.
And you have driven it on your own before a couple of times.
Yeah. I mean, I took it down to the arena and drug it not long ago. It was a weekend that Chad and Amanda were there. And I just took it and around through there.
Do you see the logical, common sense thing that I'm kind of, the picture that's kind of before us?
Is to why that I did the arena. I don't get what you're getting at.
The night of the 3rd.
But all I know.
No, I'm saying the night of the 3rd.
I don't get that.
There's only so many ways certain things can happen.
I did not move that tractor.
Okay. I'm not necessarily saying that you did. So please don't misunderstand what I'm saying. You're riding around on the ATV. You see the tractor parked underneath the shed. Your husband was burning earlier. You know because I have told you that he was shot.
Right.
You know because I have told you that that fire cannot have consumed his body the level it was consumed naturally without people attending to it, without people helping it along, without it happening a bunch over time. So like I said, this is not a and done instant thing. It's not somebody shot in a room and left. This is not that situation. This is not something that could have happened while you were walking out to were you going to the end of your driveway.
I did
This
not do
this is just not something that could have happened. You can't just walk to the end of your driveway. Someone has shot him and we found him in the basement. Everything that happened took time, it took energy, it took effort. It probably took.
Answer me this. Do you think he was shot in that basement?
Where do you think he was shot? I know what the
Up
evidence.
until last night.
I know what the evidence says. I know who's at the house. I can tell you the tractor and the Komodo are getting put on a thing and going to a crime lab to be fully processed.
I don't know.
I can tell you that I'm not, and that's why you know what? I know y'all had a horrible relationship. I know that.
Did nothing to him. I've never told my kids that I hope he has not dad die. I would have never told my children that.
And I don't know why different ones of them would tell me that at different times at independent interviews when they hadn't had a time to talk. That doesn't make sense why that would be. What I look at when I do that, and just a side note, and I'm not saying, and I'm not saying you were frustrated. I'm not saying you didn't make the comments out of frustration, but to say you never made the comments when both of them agree on almost even the phrasing of them in entirely separate independent interviews is a heck of a thing. That just doesn't happen.
I would tell Scott is, we're gonna put this place up for sale, and you're gonna have to go get a job and make a thing on your own. This is way too much for me to take care of. I did. I told him that on a very regular basis. We're gonna keep on and we're gonna put this place up for sale. But Gary would say the same thing too. It's too much. It's too whatever. It's too expensive. You know, I'm having to do for the other kids. I'm having to, you know, they're doling out. You know, they're taking money. You know, Chris is draining us.
Gary was just giving money away like it grew on trees. Like y'all, you know, I mean, he was giving money to everybody.
Yeah.
It's not, from what it sounds like, he controlled your spending a little bit more than probably would compared to how much he was giving away to everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, that's
everybody was saying. It sounds like everybody was suckling on the teat for a farm phrase.
They were, except for Amanda. Of course, she's got a.
Sounds like her husband's well, or fiance's well off. So.
I won't say well off.
Wow. Compared to y'all, I mean, so sounds like all the other three were living off of daddy.
We're living off daddy.
And I have no doubt, based on some of the text messages I have seen, that frustrated you.
Oh yeah, it did.
To like no end.
To no end. I mean, I had told Emily not long ago. I mean, it was like last week. I said, look, just giving you a heads up. I said, because I know that she was talking a good bit. And I said, look, I'm giving you a heads up that Chris is still taking money. He's booked a beach trip. I mean, you know, I said, and I gave the whole long list of things that he,
absolutely,
you know, that he did. And I said, I'm giving you a heads up. This is stopping. This is crazy. I'm going to stop you insanity. You know, and my thing was the girls were fixing to come in. I was going to sit Jenna down, Chris down, and explain to her how much, I mean, you know, and I had even talked to Amanda about, did you tell Jenna? She said, well, what is it? She said she's getting the advantages of it.
Is it concerning to you?
That he gets taking money?
No. Is it concerning to you how much money he gives away? Were y'all struggling financially?
I have no idea. I'm not privy to any bad.
Did he ever get on you for spending money?
Not bad. I mean, he would occasionally say, you know, like Kroger. That was one of the things. What did you spend $38 for?
What about the $50,000 about 10 years ago when you were in Alabama tending to your mom?
Yeah, I mean.
Was that a point of contention in your relationship? Because he had held that for taxes, something like that.
Well, I mean, it was basically, I took half of what was in an account. And at that point in time, we had decided to separate. And that was not, you know, he knew I did. I said, look, you know, at that time, that was the only account that I still had money in. And I had been in Tuscaloosa, and Emily, that was when Emily was
What happened with all that money?
They just set the bank account, and just over time, it got used for different stuff, my mother, and just, all that kind of stuff.
Do you have any caps on spending or anything?
But I also know not to abuse it.
What happens if you abuse it?
I don't.
Well, what happened if you did?
I don't do it.
Why would you cut off your phone?
Just because. I mean, it's like I could go leave.
I mean, because it sounds like he made an effort to cut off your phone. It wasn't like he just forgot to pay the bill.
Right.
Sounds like he made an effort to do it. It seems incredibly controlling, is what it seems like.
He is very controlling to everybody. It's not just me. It's to everybody. I mean, even when the girls were in school and that kind of stuff, their debit cards were hooked to his account.
And I worked domestic violence for many years. Has he ever been physically abusive towards you in any way, shape, or form? Has he ever threatened to harm you?
Not really.
Not really, as in, like, how so?
The only thing that he would do was about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, he would come bust a door in, to the bedroom and just stand over you and just scream. Why didn't you get this done today? Why didn't you get that done today? Why didn't you get, But I always attributed to the fact that he sat down there and smoked cigarettes and drank Mountain Dew and
He drank a lot of Mountain Dew.
he drank a lot of Mountain Dew. And you get him calmed down. You need to calm down. And you could talk him down out of it.
So if he got irate, you could easily calm him down.
Yeah. I mean, it would be, okay, we're not doing this. We're not going to do this. And I had even bought a thing that is behind my door. It's a prop that you can hit the door. In the nights that you would get that way, I just stick it under the door, and then that way, I wouldn't have to worry about him coming in. He'd just standing there and yelling.
Mm-hmm.
And so that would be when he would take his time. He'd come in, he wouldn't say anything to anybody. He'd come in, eat, his iPad sitting right there, his island in the kitchen. Wouldn't say anything, but then he'd go down to the basement, and then he'd come back up. Well, why did so-and-so do this? And why did Emily do that? I don't know. Why don't you ask them?
So, okay. So, this.
But then after he had got.
Does he have any life insurance policies or anything?
I have no idea. I know he had one that he had canceled it several years ago.
Who would stand to benefit if something happened to him? Sounds like he freely gave away his money.
Yeah.
Did anybody hate him?
No.
Did anybody not like him?
Oh, I can say probably all the kids, they loved him. They didn't necessarily like him. I mean, that's what I have always said. I love him.
How do you feel about him?
Oh, I love him to death. I don't necessarily like him. I did not like the person that he ever done. He was the sweetest, most whatever person.
Did you like the way he treated you?
But I have a mother who's the same way.
So that's saying you did not, is what that tells me.
Right.
You didn't like the way you were treated. He didn't treat you well. He didn't treat you like a husband should treat his wife.
No.
He didn't care for you.
No, but that was normal to me.
He was not emotionally there for you.
No.
It sounds like y'all even interacting in front of Addison did not even speak to each other.
No. I mean, it would be.
It sounds like y'all barely even interacted.
Correct.
Y'all were going to lunch at the same restaurant at different times and passing each other without speaking.
And y'all didn't even sit at the same table or anything.
But he was sitting at a booth, but it has one chair to it,
Mm-hmm.
But Scott and I were there together. He walked by both of us, never said a word to either one of us. Walked out the door. But that's not unusual. That's not the first time that's ever happened.
Sure, it's not.
Scott and I just looked at each other and went,
So, I mean, because there's so many things that would make sense to me. There's so many things that would make common sense. Something that I could go to my supervisors and explain.
My biggest fear, I mean, I can honestly tell you, and I have said that, and I've told the kids, my biggest fear, especially after he was in the hospital, is you went, okay, I know that he is a physically kind of a train wreck. And I had talked to him, I had talked to the kids, and I said, look, my biggest fear is something will happen here. And I will be left with nothing. Because Amanda and I have had a conversation about it after, especially in the last couple of years, since his name was on the mortgage of Emily's house. And we have a condo in Tuscaloosa that she lived in, which made sense to buy a condo there at the time. And we kept it because the tornado went through there. We kept it rented, except for one short period of time that he did not do the homeowners association thing on it. So for a semester, it was not rented. And, he said it was just an oversight on his part and there was a miscommunication. I said, well, if you pick up the phone and actually talk to somebody, it probably wouldn't be a problem. Well, he let me worry about it. So, don't worry about it.
What's your biggest fear now? What's your number one fear?
Is that now it was bad enough yesterday that he's dead. Now it fears that somebody has killed him. So we've got to get to that. Plus then I've got Amanda calling me first thing this morning that Emily is trying to get to the bank records, which is
I've been told about that.
Understandable. That Amanda was worried about that. My biggest fear was that Chris would clean out the accounts.
Emily's husband.
No, my Chris.
Oh, you're Chris.
My Chris would do it.
Does anyone have access to the banks? Bank records or anything like that? Because what I heard Chris Payne was trying to get after the bank account information stemming from the law firm.
Emily would.
Why would they even remotely in any way, shape, or form ever get access to that?
Matter of fact, Amanda said yesterday, she said, well, can we find out what transaction that he had made? So I called Emily and I said, you don't have to be on any of the bank stuff, please. And she said, no. I said, okay.
Is anyone on the bank stuff that you
I don't
know?
know.
So
When
there's,
I tell you, he kept that on lock and key.
and I will say this, there are so many things. Just like I said, right now what we do is we paint a picture. We paint a picture based on interviews, paint a picture based on evidence we collect, based on observations we make, based on tangible things we can put our hands on, or we can photograph, or we can swab, or we can see. We have, we have countless detectives there now, crime scene techs. We had a forensic anthropologist out there. So pictures, and it starts out small and it gets more and more and more things get added in. So, you just put layer after layer after layer.
You're saying there's blood in the
After layer.
When we went through there yesterday, not any of us, me and Amanda and Chris and Scott and Cameron and Addison, we were all in that basement.
Okay.
We saw the blood.
The problem is you're looking for a 6'5", 300+ pound man.
True.
You're not looking for drops of blood here and there.
No.
Drops of blood here and there that have possibly been cleaned up and missed. As he said, we have trained crime scene investigators who have been to schools who are looking specifically for that. We're not looking for a 6'5", 300+ pound man anymore. We know where he's at.
People aren't walking through with flashlights. They're on their hands and knees. They're spraying chemicals that illuminate blood.
How much blood are you talking in that basement? Would I have seen it walking through there?
There's blood in the basement. I will tell you that.
I don't know.
We found other things in the basement.
Like,
Other things in the basement that are significant. We know how long it took. We know lengths of time things took. We know that moving somebody that's 300 pounds and 6'4", that's bigger than I am, that is a significant feat. We are putting layer upon layer upon layer upon layer on this picture. And right now, the only thing you're saying, bear with me for a second, the only thing we're saying is that you don't know anything about anything about anything. That does not, and you know what? That, I will tell you, that does not make sense to me from a very just simply based on the information that I know. That does just simply not make logical sense in any way, shape, or form. And I'm not saying that you maliciously went down there and did something to him in any way, shape, or form. Please don't misunderstand me. Given y'all's relationship and his temper, if he came after you and you defended yourself, now is the time that we need to talk about that, because if we prove that something happened later, it's more difficult to make that argument. But you know what? I'm not saying that didn't happen. So I'm not accusing you. What I'm saying is something happened in that house and on that property when you were there. Something that did not happen in the blink of an eye, something that took time, something that took people, something that took moving. The tractor was moved from Tuesday night, and Gary could not have done it.
The RTV was moved in the middle of the night, and Gary could not have done it.
Things were done. Things happened.
What are you saying? Our room was moved in the middle of the night.
You said you parked it in one spot and woke up,
But
and
that was during the day.
That was the next. But the tractor wasn't. And here's the thing, even
But
at the end of the day,
what were out too. I just assumed that Scott had come in.
You did then, and I'm telling you that we can find evidence to prove that that is not how it went down, and that is not what happened now.
I don't know. I mean, I was with a man in jail in Cameron.
Okay, but the night of the 3rd, the only person there until 11:30.
Was me?
Yes. And then after that, you were still there. His body was burned in that fire pit. It was unquestionable. You saw it with your own 2 eyes. 11:30, that fire is still going.
Yeah. I mean,
In that time frame, you don't have
But Scott was there from that time.
nobody came through the woods and was sitting there tending to this fire for time.
But Scott was on that property at that point in time too.
After 11:30, absolutely
Yeah.
he was.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that fire was going then. You were in your house after he got there. Nothing happened in your house after Scott got home that you didn't hear. It is absolutely, unequivocally impossible that you did not hear it and that you heard nothing going on in your house that night.
Right.
So we are looking at narrow time frames, and we are looking at significant periods of time and effort and manpower and energy. And I don't know anything does not make sense. It doesn't jive. It doesn't match the evidence, and it just doesn't work.
But I don't know the time frame. I mean, I know when I saw him.
You realize, though, this makes no sense to
I
me,
do.
right? And you realize that I have had hundreds of conversations with people that have lost loved ones, people who have had loved ones shot and we didn't know who did it, people that have had loved ones who they have done something bad to. I have had these conversations with people on both ends of both sides of the spectrum. I've had countless ones. People tend to act certain ways, whether they want to or not.
But I'm honestly telling you, I don't know.
And the problem is that just doesn't fit. It's absolutely impossible that you don't know. I'm saying it is the evidence we have, it is absolutely impossible. And like I said, I'm not saying that something terrible didn't happen in there. He didn't attack you. He didn't catch you with your boyfriend. I'm not saying that. I'm just not. If you were defending yourself, you were defending yourself.
Yeah, there was no defense. There was no argument. There was no nothing. I mean, Scott was there when I broke the plate. Gary was in at the barn.
And that was the second. It was the night before, the day before.
Yeah,
So
I think Monday night.
So is there another plate broken? You keep talking about the plates. We've got 2.
Yeah.
Why do we keep going back to broken plates?
I mean, because
You
there's
keep
evidence of a fight, of whatever.
There's evidence. There's evidence. And that's what I'm saying. Your statements about I don't know anything, I can't answer that question. None of that makes sense. When you're out and about on the property, you're in the RV, the tractor gets moved, the evidence we've gotten in the basement, the evidence we got from his body.
I mean, I didn't see anything out of the ordinary when we were all down there yesterday.
We did.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
We did.
Walking down there, I'm telling you, just taking a quick glance, looking for a 6'5", 300-pound man, you're not going to see it. We are on our hands and knees with flashlights.
We are looking underneath.
Combing every inch of your base, finding every cobweb you've missed when you dust. And we're finding this stuff.
Whenever it's a good point.
It's there. It's going to come out when we release our reports. It's there. We're not bluffing you, I promise.
And I'm just telling you, I'm not, and like I said, I'm just saying that I don't know. If you had, if somebody else came over, we need to know.
We did not argue that night. There was no, I mean.
What happened that night?
Before we break, I'm going to give y'all a little instruction. I've done this in other cases as well. This evidence is being offered to you for the statements of the defendant. I want to caution you that what the officers say during the interview are non-testimonial and may or may not be true. And they may merely be being made to elicit a response from the defendant. You should not consider anything stated by the officers as being true unless it is supported by the evidence. All right. We'll take a break. We'll try to start back at 15 till.
Okay. 1:45, 15 more minutes. There seems to be probably about an hour and a half to go. Is it an hour, hour and a half, hour and a quarter to go on this again? Oof, oh boy. It's a hard listen, isn't it? It's hard to listen to it to some extent. Robin as well, just, Richie, Dana came in earlier on. Richie said Richie's back in court on November 12th or something like that. And he's got he's to stay away from Colin and somebody else. I forget, sorry. Dana, thank you for that. 22nd, thank you, Dana. I don't remember who he's stay away from, but he's coming back. So I know there was 64 there on with 34 likes, and somebody unliked it. And then, yeah, whatever. It is what it is. Chris, there you go. Chris and Colin. He has to stay away from them. It's a bit of a joke, isn't it? But it was a nice little crowd out there. Nice little crowd down there, which is good to see, supporting Richie. And the ducks, people that don't know, the Rich bought loads of ducks and put them around Canton. And he got basically arrested for it. Which is bizarre. So he had a hearing today, but pre-trial hearing is on the 22nd of November. Sorry, I unliked it, but I'm still subscribed. Unliked, yeah. Lots of people do that. There are lots of people, and you say this is why there's a balance between asking people to do it, because lots of people come in, like it, and then go, no, actually I don't, and just unlike it on the way out. It's like, okay. So, hey Daffodil, good morning to you, my darling. I didn't see you there. I hope you're well. This is a tough listen. This is why people, everyone says in chat, and everyone knows, lawyer up, people. Just remember, the police can and do lie. They can and they do lie to you to exact some reaction. They do need a Kimmy message. Who else was the Kimmy message towards? I don't remember. Somebody else. I did shout to somebody else before. I don't remember who he was now. I don't remember who it was now that I either ranted on and said, go fuck yourself to somebody. I don't remember who now though. Always lawyer up, yes. How can you not like this stream/channel? I look forward to it daily. There you go, Dana. There you go. Otherwise, Dana, you know what? Dana, you're fucked. Stayed up until 3:30. Daffy's like, all night long, all night, all night. Daffy's going all night long, all night, all night. Hello, Katie, Daffy, and anyone else I've missed arriving. Yeah, welcome everybody. Nice to see you. Thank you for still listening and sneaky comments here and there. Yeah, that's fine. That was my first chance to let you know. Just that's all. Robin, not feeling like working. No, I know. Me too, Dana. Some granny or grandma. Oh yeah. I don't remember who it was, but whoever it is, you're forgiven because I don't remember who it is. At least with Kimmy, we still remember who Kimmy is. Same here, Josie. I'm cream cracker, Josie. Cream crackered. Knackered. What did you think about the Boone stuff then, Josie? Most people said she was very good on the stand. I've not watched it. Just going by what people are saying. Grand to 10 or something. At least you're trying, Joe. I literally don't remember. I don't remember. Oh, let's see if I can find something. Normally I make a note of it. Boom. All right, let me just check. All night long, all night, all night. No, can't see it. Nope. Oh well, doesn't matter. All right. So we are here. At least by lunchtime, this will be over, and then well, it won't be over. I mean, listening to the audio will be over. Then I believe that the direct of the detective will happen, and then tomorrow we have definitely got. Well, I'll say definitely. We've got Martha Jane joining us tomorrow morning. So that could be quite interesting. That could be quite interesting. Now, saying that, it probably won't be, but I mean, it could be quite interesting. I need to zoom to catch up. Catch up, catch up, catch up. Catch up, Daff. Catch up, Daffy Dill. You know you want it. You know you want it. Yeah, it depends, Deb, doesn't it? It depends on, is all the testimony allowed in? Are they gonna, I don't know. It could be anything burger, or it could be something quite, yeah, it depends. As well, the gun's been missing for like 6 years or something, potentially, so, I don't know. We shot in the house, Melody was not alone in this. If she was involved at all, I still say it was the Doofus brothers. There you go, Greg. Greg grilled cheese and mayo. There you go, Greggy. Greg. Where's Heather today? No Heather or little G today? Oh. They were here yesterday, that's why I'm asking. They're not here today. No Bev? DNS Bev? Not seen Bev today? No Katie, no Steph. Okay. Hope they're all well. Oh. Oh. Honestly, I still don't know. Now do I? I still have no clue. That's the thing. If you still don't know, if you've got any kind of reasonable doubt, you've got to quit it. Unfortunately, I think in America, people don't understand what reasonable doubt is. Uh-oh. One of my favourites are here. One of my favourites is here. Keith, do you want me to tell you here, or do you want to? Jen, how are you, my darling? How are you? Jen's one of the favourites here. She keeps Keith under control for us. If Keith's a bad boy here, we just let Jen know, and then she gives him a good spanking. So that's why he's always bad here. There you go. Hello, Jen. I think where is Heather Little G? Yeah, I know he's not here. Well, no, I haven't seen him. I haven't seen Keith at all today. Hi, Jen. Lol. Hello, Les. I thought you weren't coming today. I thought you were away today for some reason, Elsie. For whatever reason, I thought you were away. Weren't you going away last night or something? I don't know why. I thought that you weren't here today. I put chalking you down as you weren't here today. I don't know why. Oh, I'm sure you. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You was out yesterday. Oh, was it yesterday? For some reason, I thought you were out the afternoon and today. I don't know why, though. Oh, has Bill been around? He was here Thursday, I think. How was the shopping trip, Les? Yeah, that's it. Because I thought we were shopping for a couple of days. I didn't realise. My bad. Bill was here last week or someday, but Bill is in and out. Shakes it all about. Comes when he wants to. He's here less and less these days. But he might be busy doing so. He might be busy. I have no idea. It depends, Les. I mean, I always say to people, it depends. I mean, it's like most people say it's boring, but there are stuff that we found out in there that might impact your decision by the end. I don't know. But, like, is it anything strong? No, I don't think so. But it depends. Yeah. They on break. They are on break. They are on break. Lady Di. Dominatrix. Dominates my thing. Hasn't moved the needle for Lady Di. I think I've moved a little bit. I think personally, I think they've shown some things. I don't know like she's fully guilty or anything, but I think it's moved me a little bit just to see that there are opportunities that maybe she could have done certain things. So I don't know. Is it enough for me to find her guilty? No, but there's some stuff in there that I'm like, oh, maybe you shouldn't have done that, or maybe you shouldn't have lied about that. Now it's looking bad on you. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean though about the court. Like they could help you. I don't think they're going to move the needle that much, but like I certainly have. I've got a threshold, and it certainly pushed me towards guilty a little bit, a little bit more, but not, again, it's far away from me saying she's guilty. Do you know what I mean? But every little helps, every little piece helps. If this is the wow thing, then it's like, what the fuck? But we like no more. Oh, oh, you see, this is what I hate. They got over time already. Yesterday they were quite good, 6 minutes when he said 5 minutes. Now, they're usually 5-10 minutes late coming back from breaks. So, you hold me laughing. Hello, Mark. How are you doing, sir? Hope you're well. How are you? Hope you are well. Yeah, he just made a statement about that to remind the jury that they couldn't do not use what the police say as, unless it's in evidence. But it doesn't help. I don't think it helps that she's, lied a few times in there, more than anything. Just trying to be a little bit fair. Oh, me laughing. And this is why you need to get a lawyer. The whole job is to trick suspects to confessing or incriminating, yes. Hence why you have to get the lawyer, people. Lawyer up. And when people say, I hate it when you watch these things and they say, well, I mean, look, we were suspicious that because they lawyered up, if they got nothing to hide, why would they lawyer up? Well, because of that. Do you know what I mean? That's why you have to lawyer up. Lawyer up. Lawyer. But unfortunately, it's the same with lots of juries who are like, well, if she's innocent, why doesn't she just, or he take a stand then? If that was me, I would take the stand. That's what some people say. Some people say that. Unfortunately, juries do think like that. Some jurors, I should say. Hey, Raoul. We make no more. Oh, my El Chatti. Why El Chatti? El Chat, how are you today? I love you, El Chatti, every day. Hey. I think the jury, Greg said, I think the jury's dazed and confused with who's recorded. Maybe. Or they might be, concentrated because they are there. They might be a lot more diligent than a lot of us are. These are important, obviously, in the trial. You just hope that they've listened to it all. We have the luxury to switch off, but juries, you'd hope that they don't switch off, but it's hard. It's hard for them not to. And they're allowed to take notes, I believe, so that's a good thing. I can make some notes anyway. Also, lead detective will be on in a little bit after all these, so they'll try and clarify anything as well if needed. Yes, come on, Judge. Right. Hopefully they start. They always go, yeah, because the jury comes in, I suspect. The jury are on the way in, so I'll go back up here. And I want no more. Oh. My Delilah. Why, Delilah. I'm very impatient with the timings. I don't like the timings of stuff. I'd rather he say, okay, let's take a quarter hour. I understand that every time I can say quarter hour, it takes you 20, 25 minutes. So, we're going to try and get back in 20 minutes, people, please. So if I say 20 minutes, we're starting in 20 minutes. Not quarter of an hour when they can't do everything they need to do. Leave me till I learn. I couldn't wait any more. Come on, Judge. The lad singing Tom Jones because he wants women to throw their panties at him. Yeah, we're in Boston, is it, Greg? I start singing. Sing my song, Tom Jones. The crooner, Tom Jones. Ba, 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 ba. See you, Viv. Good night, Viv. Take care. See you tomorrow. The crooner with Monster Hog. Yeah, well, I wish that was me. That would be great, Greg. No, unfortunately. Tomorrow we have Martha Jane on tomorrow, so we'll see. Tomorrow, Martha's on tomorrow, but we'll see what she says. Don't worry, Greg. Don't worry, my friend. We're all in it together. Sweet Caroline. Bam, bam, bam. Thank fuck. Come on, then, Judge. Let's go.
Ms. Frankish, you can resume.
About 12:20.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna 2:48:33 pressing play.
Nothing. I mean, there was only discussion, are you cooking? No, there's no point in me cooking a big meal when I've got all this food still in my refrigerator that we need to eat. Okay, that was it. That was a discussion about food. That was it. That was it.
And you realize that doesn't make sense.
I
Does that
realize.
concern you?
Yeah, I mean, it does, because I don't know, I can't imagine what's in that basement. There was no argument, there was nothing in that basement.
Your house is immaculately decorated. Everything's in its place.
Yeah.
Every wall's decorated. There's pictures everywhere. There's a bare spot where a picture obviously was in your basement.
Yeah, because we took it down and put it You talking about right there as you go up the basement stairs?
Mhm.
It's now hanging in the, what they consider the wine cellar room. Scott and I finished that, put the shiplap on the wall. I painted a piece of furniture, put in there. We moved the 2 chairs. They used to be in my other house in the, what was the one upstairs? And then that room up until this year was just a storage room that we just shoved everything in at the end. Scott and I got down there, put the shiplap up, stuck up the walls, painted it. The hutch in there was my mother's, and I painted
So
it
that picture was moved how long ago?
when Scott and I finished that room,
Which would have been?
first part of this year.
So your house is that well decorated, and you removed that picture and left holes in the wall where the anchors are.
Yeah.
You don't seem like the type to leave it that way.
You know, it was just one of those things, we moved it, and I knew that I was going to paint the entire wall to do it. But that basement was repainted during the fire, and there was several other things that, Scott actually did the, tile work that's underneath there. He had to rip off some molding and stuff when we did it. And it's got still all be, you know, touched up and done, and I was just gonna have Chris's painters come in and retouch up several other places through the basement, and it was just my thing, I'll have them fix it when they do all that. I mean, because that was part of their, I mean, we painted it to the basement. Scott and I painted it the first building. And I, you know, didn't paint it out to the fire, because Scott and I chiseled that in the, like, the kitchen area, and then on down the hallway into that thing, there was tile down there, and Scott and I chiseled it up and got it, you know, everything ready for the flooring to be put down.
Okay.
And, you know, that was just part of the deal that Chris's painters would come, you know, and do the touch up and stuff that was done for me. And I mean, I had just left it.
Okay.
I mean, but that big picture, yeah, I moved it to that room. It's down there on the very end. That was a picture that was hanging.
Makes sense.
I mean, like my study, I've been painting on it now for quite some time. And the ceiling, I put a coat of primer on the ceiling not too long ago, and have not come back to finishing coats on the ceiling. So, I mean, yeah, it's, stuff doesn't get done like what it used to. I mean, yes, every wall in my house, but you got to understand, my other house was, everything was bought for that house and everything, you know, so we bought a house intentionally so that all the furniture could come back to it. I mean, and have a home for it.
Sure.
And that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I've bought kitchen table, it's the only, I've bought that since we've been in the house. But other than that, that's it. There hasn't been anything else bought for this house. I mean, like I said, Scott and I got down there and did this, you know, what they consider the wine cellar down there. And did it this year, and he burned the walls and did, you know, but he and I worked on that together.
Okay.
And he did the tile work and stuff.
It was just one of those things we noticed and said, we need to find out,
Yeah.
get an answer for this. And that's
Yeah.
a perfectly logical answer.
I mean, Scott can attest, I mean, Scott's the one who moved it.
And that's why I wrote a note, because next time I speak with Scott, I'll have him verify it, and then we can completely move past that because it's a verified statement. Make sense? Thank you.
But yeah, I mean, I do, I mean, give it, my house is always clean, it just is.
Did you see it the night of the 3rd? Did anything suspicious happen? Anything at all? Anything that caught your attention? Anything that was strange? Anything that was out of the ordinary?
No, except that the horses were out, but I just attributed to the fact that there was fireworks.
And did you see the tractor underneath the shed before or after you put up the horses? If you don't remember, it's okay. It was around the same time though. You were out, you were attending to them, you were catching the horses, you saw the tractor, dusk.
Yeah, because I mean, can I say that it was there? No, yes, I don't know. I mean, you know, yeah, I mean, I guess it was there.
No, I mean, it was there. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying just
Right.
the time frame of that. That was all
Yeah,
kind
because
of
I went, and during that time, yeah,
dusk-ish.
because I went back over there, made sure that the goats were locked up, and actually moved the log that keeps over there, put it in front of that door too.
And that's
Like
when
I
you,
said, all the animals,
and the tractor was underneath the shed.
I would say yes.
No, you said absolutely, you were exceedingly positive of it earlier.
Yeah, I mean,
It was parked under the shed.
yeah. I mean, I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary that it would be, you know, is there. And because I can remember thinking, I thought, at some point in time during all this, I thought that the aerator was on the tractor. And it wasn't. The rate was on it. And I mean, I can't change implements on it. So, never done it, hadn't tried it, not going, you know. I mean, like I said, I rarely use that tractor because
How big is that aerator? Is that like punch holes, or do you like fill it up with water and it just runs over the ground?
it's sitting up there underneath the shed. I mean, it's new. We hadn't had it for a few weeks.
Okay.
Scott and Gary went over and picked it up at the FedEx place over in Buford or somewhere like that.
Mhm.
So, and they kind of had to rig it in order to make it heavy.
And that's what I was curious, what gave it the weight?
Right.
Punch the ground?
Right, it's got two big tubs. Now, whether they came on it or not, I don't know, or if that's something that Scott rigged
Mhm.
to put weight in it. Honestly, don't know what's in it. What's in them.
Okay. So, Tuesday night, nothing other than the horses being out.
Because it's been there. But I just
Caught your
determined it to, you know, fireworks are going off everywhere, you know. You're just like, really? Can y'all please not shoot these fireworks? I mean, you know, because they're just running them up.
Mhm.
And I mean, you know, and I had thought, did he leave the gate open or did they bust the gate through? I mean, you know, because they will do that on camera.
Were you able to, could you tell when you went and actually put them up, could you tell what had happened?
No.
But you locked them back, so
But I
were
locked them back.
they were secure.
They were secure.
And then around that time is when you saw the tractor, you were on the Ford
The
RTV.
Yeah.
I'll get that name right when it's.
But yeah, I mean, I had to go back up, open up the gate, you know, at the front entrance, put it back, you know, that kind of stuff, knowing Scott's gonna come in, you know, so, I mean, we just don't leave that gate shut.
Mhm.
Now, we will occasionally come in and it will be shut. And it's like, how'd that gate get shut? You know, we don't, I've never thought that much about it.
Mhm.
I mean, it's been quite a couple of years ago that Gary was gone to his mom. Well, no, actually it had been a year ago, this last February, when his mom was ill. And he was gone, and I got up one morning and my garage door was open. And I am adamant about shutting that garage door.
Mhm.
And my garage door was up. And I just chose to, I mean, there's a keypad there. And Scott can come over there. All the kids have access to it. And I thought, man, it just, you know, Scott's been over here on the garage door. I didn't think that much about it. But still, it was just about, you know, it's up.
Does anyone have guns at the house?
Scott doesn't very good.
What kind of guns does he have?
He's got that Benelli, Beretta, whatever, shotgun.
Mhm.
I think it's downstairs in the closet. And then there is I think a 22. And it was in Gary's closet. Now, whether it's still there or not, I don't know.
Gary's closet being like the one in y'all's, like the master
In
bathroom.
the master bathroom, there's one to the right.
Okay.
And it was in there, but I don't know whether it's still in there or not.
Okay.
Because basically his laundry, I just open up that door and hang up his dry cleaning. And then when I actually physically do his laundry, I put it in the laundry basket and let it sit on my bed. And he puts it away. So I mean, I'll just go in there and grab his thing that I'll be starting closing. It's a rolling thing. I just grab it, roll it out, shut the door.
Okay. And no, any handguns or anything that you've ever seen?
Scott's got a handgun. I do know. There were several handguns of my dad's. But Scott, when he was in Columbus.
Those got lost or stolen.
He said they got stolen.
Mhm.
But I know that there's been one gone because I had got on Scott a while ago about, we don't need guns loaded, not with kids.
What it look like?
Pistol. 15. I thought.
Are you familiar with like revolvers versus semi-automatic handguns or anything like that? Well, like, did it look like one of those that has the thing on the top that goes back, or did it look like it had one of the things that spin? Like when you fire the gun, it spins in the middle. And you like flip it out like the old timey gun.
It looks like an old timey gun.
Was it an old timey gun though, or did it look newer? Just that style?
No, because I remember, because I think he and I had the conversation about being rusty or something like that.
Okay. Was it in a case or was it just
No.
sitting out in the open?
It was just up there. It was in the tool room where he's got all the guns hanging on the wall. In the tool room over there, there's like an open up cabinet, and it was laying up there. And that was at some point in time when the girls were here, and that may have even been last summer. And I actually took it and put it in the tack room up, to where that they could, either one of the
What
girls
color
could-
was it?
Silver, maybe, because I had said
And
something.
how long ago was this that you saw it?
Oh, I think this was last summer when the girls were here.
So like a year
So
ago.
it's been a year. Yeah, because I got on to him for leaving a gun.
And where did you see it when you left?
I took it in there and put it up, I think, above in my grandmother's kitchen cabinet that's in there in the tack room, and I put it up there. But now I know Scott's had it since then, because he asked me where I had put it.
And that was the last you'd seen it.
And that's the last I've seen it.
Have you ever seen any other handguns that Gary would have had?
Yeah. Now, I know at one time he had some of my dad's handguns, but I never did see what he had, I know he used to keep one in the top of his closet, but I don't ever get up there in his closet or anything. I know I painted it back, I don't know, I think 3 years ago in his closet. But he took everything out of his closet, I painted it, and he put everything back.
Okay.
In his closet. And matter of fact, he got rid of a bunch of clothes and.
What if I told you we found evidence of the shooting in the basement? Not saying he was shot there, just simply saying evidence that suggests that he was shot was found in the basement.
In my basement? I would be very surprised.
Okay. We'll be surprised.
Because I just, like I said, I mean, you would think if there was a shooting in my basement, I would have seen evidence of that when I went walking through there. As many times as we walked through that basement.
Well, we found the evidence. And like I said, I'm just saying there's evidence of a shooting in the basement. Phrasing it very specifically.
Inside my house.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely, 100%.
See, I don't see
As
that.
real as I am right here before you.
There's blood on both levels. There's blood in your kitchen.
In my kitchen?
Absolutely.
No, that I haven't seen. Not at all. I mean, like I said, Cameron or Addison once spilled orange juice in my kitchen, and I got down on my hands and knees and cleaned up that orange juice. I mean, I'm adamant about, my kitchen floor, with anybody coming in and out. So no, I saw them. I mean, like I said, when, Motley bit him the other day, but I didn't think anything about it.
It wasn't that significant of a bite.
It wasn't.
It maybe left a mark, but it wasn't like he was bleeding.
Well, I mean, like I said, on Sunday, Amanda made the remark about what happened to your ankle, kind of thing. And he just Motley bit me, which I knew that he bit at him, but I didn't, I looked down and saw it, and it was, it was like he had like scrape marks on this side of one ankle, and then on the other one, he had, like in the very back of his, leg.
Mm-hmm.
But I still didn't, I thought, that's probably what he's just telling her. Is that Motley
And
did it.
blood by itself, okay. Blood with other evidence of a gun being fired is different.
Right.
And you see why evidence, and more evidence. See why the answer of I don't know is getting progressively more difficult for me to be able to, you see, right?
I do see.
I don't know if I'm explaining it very well.
No.
It is just insufficient for what we have found.
I understand none of this makes sense. It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, it does not make sense to me. I mean, I'll be honest with you, it does not make sense to me.
Well, what does make sense to you?
There is nothing about any of this that makes sense to me. I mean, my world yesterday got turned literally upside down. Literally. And then last night, he told me that, you know, evidence of a shooting. I mean, it was just, I mean, we discussed telling the kids, you know, and stuff. How do I walk in here and tell my daughter? I mean, that, I'm just numb at that point. I mean, we have been here less than like hours. You know, he brought Scott in here, talked to him, and then was it you who told Amanda last night?
I didn't tell her. I told you and Scott were the only two. I told somebody else told Amanda, I guess.
And I talked to Chris. Chris was begging me to find out who shot his. So was Scott.
Oh, well, I mean, don't get me wrong, I want you to find out. But I will tell you, honestly, you know, I did not do it. I don't know who did it, but I did. I would have never taken my children's daddy. I had my daddy die when I was 36. I wouldn't wish that on all.
Well, and you know, there's even, and here's the thing, there's even provisions in the law for things that are like self-defense. There's provisions in the law for things that are like things that happen at the spur of the moment, you know, crimes of passion, if you will.
Yeah.
Like things that are just so insightful that people just react without thinking. These are all outlined in the law. Things, and what I'm saying is without a doubt, it does not make sense to me that you don't know anything. It does not fit the evidence we've gotten.
I understand.
And with you sticking with, I don't know anything, and I didn't hear anything, and I didn't see anyone, and I didn't hear anything, and this body got burned over the course of a significant period of time. Someone had to come out there and tend to it and work at it and pour stuff on it.
Clean up the house, clean up the tractor, clean up the RTV.
And we're looking at all of these things together and the entire amount of things to move a 300-pound, 6'4" man. And you are just saying, I was literally like 10 feet away the whole time and I can't tell you nothing. That does not, it just doesn't jive. I mean, and you have to see why that doesn't jive. Like it has to make sense.
I guess at this point in time, with this, I'm gonna do like what, you know, one of my husband's partners said, get an attorney at this time. I mean, because I'm telling you, I don't know, and you're telling me, basically, you do know, and I don't know. I do not know. I would have never, ever done what you're explaining to me. God, I would have never, ever have done that. Never. Never in a million years. I had nothing to gain by him dying. I had everything to lose. Everything to lose. Like I said, my name was on nothing. Nothing. I mean, I don't know that, I know when we bought that house, my name was on the house. It's not on the mortgage, but it was on the house. But I have a feeling, given the amount of money that I know that he has doled out to the kids and they have taken, I would probably say that house is mortgaged to the. I don't know that, because he didn't have to have my signature to do any of that. But I would just about bet my life that it is. So I would have nothing to gain. Matter of fact, I mean, I would be 1,000 times worse off. nothing became. I mean, like I said, I know that his life insurance was canceled. I mean, you know, he canceled it. I think it was a term policy that he had taken out before I think we ever moved here, which has been, that was in '95. And I think it turned in, and given his health and stuff, you know, he just couldn't keep it up. It's been like, I think, several $1,000s a month to keep it up. So, I mean, like his 401k, I know I had signed back maybe even a couple of years ago or so, the thing for him to draw money out of the 401k. That was when Emily got married. He was going to use that to pay for her wedding, which was to the tune of $30,000. And I'm like, why are we taking money out of the 401k to pay for a wedding to the guy that is a felon? But I, you know, I went down to Wells Fargo and I signed it for him to take it out. So that made me think, man, I said, Gary, are we in trouble financially? Are we in trouble? No, you know, just right now, I just have, you know, this money. But he got 12 draws a year, plus that, and then 4 draws to pay taxes. But then November and December, and sometimes October, he would get 2 draws. And then at the very end of the year, he would get their last draw. But like I said, I was never privy to any of that. Now, he did make mention to that he was going to tell Chris and Scott that they had to make a tax payment in April. And he said not to be going out and spending anything unnecessarily on that, which, I mean, that's just a standard procedure, you know. In April, you just don't, you know. I've never, I mean, you know, he does all the taxes, all that kind of stuff. I know he files them more time, you know. And I know this makes no sense that I know nothing about the finances. I know it. It doesn't, I mean, I've had, you know, several conversations with, especially since Gary was in the hospital with kids. So it scares me to death that something like that. I am petrified that something will happen. Because I'm going to be left probably nothing. Except that I can't do nothing. I mean, like I said, you know, I don't spend an extravagant amount of money. Yes, my house is furnished very nicely. But Gary and I have basically done that together over 38 years. I know he went over to Terra Jewelry where Amanda works this last December. He bought some jewelry for his mom, and he bought me a ring over there. And you know, gave it to me. You know, he said, Amanda just kind of pushed me into buying this. I said, well, you can take it back. Take it back. He said, no, I'm not going to do that. I mean, like, he bought me a neat coat like several years ago. And he gave it to me, but I can't have my wife being the only one not showing a neat coat. Do you think? You know, so I hope you leave me to, you know, girls can have it. I'm not saying I don't have, you know, 3 closets full of clothes. My house is furnished very nice. But it's like I said, it's taken 38 years to get it done. But I mean, I would have never, ever imagined that. Like I said, my daddy died, and I would wish that on my children. Amanda's getting married next year. We're, in the process of going to, she deserved to have her daddy walk her down the aisle, just like Amanda did. Emily. We've got a brand new baby, grandbaby, and I begged him to go and get, see what's wrong with you. We've got Olivia, she's precious. Oh, we to live to see her. And you just really were together. And that was my ultimate, scared to death. That something would happen to him. I had told, especially Amanda, it terrifies me that something will happen to Daddy. And because she had said the other day, we're talking about how much money that Chris was taking out and stuff. And I said, now he's with this beach trip. And, what? And she said, Chad's dad was pistol whipped not long ago. And I was talking to her about having to take care of him. Look, you get the family, and you do. And I said, she said, yeah, but I wasn't bargaining for that. And I said, but that's what you do. When you get to, in her marriage, you get the family. I said, I didn't think I was going to have a mother-in-law who isn't a memory care facility either. And I said, but I do. And his dad was sick for a long time and Parkinson's. You just get it. And I explained all that to her and whatever, and she said, well, I keep putting it in perspective that if something happens today, she said, we'll probably have to take care of it. And I said, I don't read that. I don't know. I said, no, look, I just kind of sugarcoated it. And she said, you know what's going to happen is that Emily is probably on everything, or will want to be on everything, and she will control it. And Chris Payne is going to take it all, swindle it all away, just like he did his mom's stuff. And you will be left with nothing. And then she called this morning, the first thing. Emily's already trying to get in, to the finances. Right, here it goes. And Chris is having a fit because, I called somebody at the firm and said, look, we need to put a stop on everything. But how do I do that? I'm not on the accounts. I can't call those things. I can't walk into a Wells Fargo and say, hey, I'm not allowed to do anything on that. I said, I'll call appropriate people and see what I can do. And then, like I said, nothing is in my name. One of the other detectives this morning said, is there a will? I said, I have no idea. No idea. No, that's all. I said, he keeps everything in his law office. I said, he's on the floor. I can't walk in that law firm and just walk in. I would have to be escorted into his office. But that's probably wrong for everybody. Nobody's just allowed here. Every law firm. But I called him today and told him, I said, look, if anyone shows up or Chris Payne shows up or even my Chris shows up, don't let them get in that office. Just because I thought, well, they just escort them and they're thinking, well, they're kids. And, I haven't been down there. I don't think I've been into that office since I know I went in before we bought this house. Because Amanda and I went in down there to get one of the Alabama pictures that's in the basement. And we went and picked it up. And that's the last time I think I've been in that office. It was that many years ago. And I still have reason for now. But that was the conversation that Amanda and I had. As we went to a wedding thing. And that was when Chad was talking about his dad. And it was like a day or two after that. Because he got on the hospital. when we had that conversation. You know, she said, it terrifies me. I said, oh, it does me too. She said, because we could be in the same way. We'd have to take care of it. I mean, like I had a friend who her husband died back several years ago. And she was kind of left in the same boat, except she found out that he had mortgaged everything to him. She couldn't go to the grocery store. Buy groceries. And she was basically left destitute. And I said, that's my biggest fear is to find out something. So I said, he makes great money. I do understand that. To a normal person, he makes an astronomical amount of money. But I couldn't give you a certain amount of what he would make. I'm not ready to do that. I mean, there was nothing that came through. I mean, I basically know what goes into that bank account, you know, on the 31st of every month or the 30th, depending on when it falls. There's, you know, about $20,000 that goes in every month. That in our place, it's expensive to keep it up, especially when you've got 3 of the kids that you're, then it only $3,000, and I don't know how long that's been going on. I mean, he could have been doing that as long as she's lived in that house. I don't know. I mean, like I said, they live in a $40,000 house, they both drive $60,000 vehicles. It's furnished to the hilt. Everything she wears is designer. And I, you know, like I said, we've done the spreadsheet, it don't add up. And Gary could have been making a house payment all this time. You know? But like I said, you know, right now I could probably look at an ATM machine and take out money. Because as soon as he'd be gone, it'd be locked down. And when my dad died, that's what happened. And my parents owned a business. As soon as he died, everything was locked down. I mean, the only money I have is what's in my wallet, which is probably about $100. And that wouldn't be enough to. I mean, yeah, I could go and, you know, pull a vehicle up and, you know, go eat a couple of times. I mean, my world is literally falling apart in the last 25 years. I mean, I've got 4 kids. Yeah. Person's got have their demons. They do. Emily's got hers. You know, the guy that she's married to. Which is hard enough on a day-to-day basis going by. You know, Ellen and Addie were coming. You know, I knew that was going to be an uphill fight with him because of how last summer that he standing in my driveway. You know, I would beat you beyond recognition. And the next time I see you, was going to put you in the grave at a bottom. Okay, and get off my property, and he just kept on. And I did. I threatened to call the cops. I even called Gary home. And then it got that bad that he was just standing there, just, you know. And I said, Scott, I said, Gary, Scott, Chris, you've obviously been drinking. You were obviously, the girls have told me that they have found cocaine at your house. And you're not going to take these girls. They're my girls, they're whatever. And Gary let him take them. When he got home, he said, you don't need to fight that fight. I said, Gary, you heard what Ella had reported. Of how he talks to them. You've heard it. It's horrible. It's beyond horrible. I said, we've had to go in there and pick them up. And I know that Chris absolutely despises me because I'm the one who preaches to him all the time. Chris, you're leaving us no thing but to go after you legally. And he said, you know, if I have to sit Jenna down and talk to her, what am I going to do to get you to stop this? I said, it's not fair to the other kids. I can't do all the kids this way. But that's what I said when, you know, we bought Emily's house. I mean, I told her, I said, Emily, it's not fair. I can't buy them all for $100,000. It's a horrible situation. Because, I mean, it's like I told Amanda this morning when she got there to the house, I said, this has become a spiraling out of control in a matter of hours. And I don't know. I mean, like Amanda said today, she said, do you think Chris Payne could have had it arranged? You know, thinking that his money train, you know, I said, when his money train runs out, he'll be gone. I mean, Emily was his 22-year-old mistress. He was married, and they started seeing each other. I said, he'll live a high drive. I think that was Gary's biggest fear, that Emily would be left with a baby. And that's why he doubled that money. I mean, when I called him that day and told him, I said, they've taken Chris Payne to jail. They brought their newborn baby and they carted him to jail. And I asked Essie, can you just come? Please come. And Emily, I think she talked to him and whatever, told him when they agreed to come. So he did. But I wound up staying 2 weeks. Just to get them him going to court, all that kind of stuff. And see if he was going to be extradited to Tuscaloosa. I'm like the rest of them. I don't know what to say at this point. I mean, like Amanda said yesterday, she said, Chris and Scott, she said, I can tell you right now, Chris and Scott are going to do everything to implicate him. She said, I hate to say that about my own siblings, but that's what they're going to do. She said, because they've said enough to it all the time. She said, that's what they're going to do. She said, I know you would never hurt our dad. I said, no, I would never. You know, I said, I stayed up there with him at the hospital, you know, the entire time thinking, I've watched my daddy die. I've watched my mother have a heart attack. You know, and I told him, I mean, after all the kids left from up there one day, I sat there and begged him. I said, Gary, I can't watch anybody else die. I can't, especially not with heart trouble. It seems like a horrible death. You smoke 3 types a day. You've got to quit. You've got to quit. And I quit buying Mountain Dew. So he kept them in the trunk of his car. He would take one by one, fit for sure. He'd take one after another. We knew that's what he was doing. But I couldn't make him stop. And I know to the outside world that the way that we lived was strange. I do know that. But it worked for us. He basically lived his life. I lived mine, and we met. And so we still had a home. To the outside world, it looked great. Yeah, all the kids knew it didn't. But, you know, like Amanda said, we used to. I mean, we couldn't even ask him, like, how's your mom doing? He would blow up. It didn't matter because she's fine. Carrie, I just saw her. She's not fine. But that was an imperfection. do not know who did. I mean, I would not have stayed with him for this long. I mean, I knew when we separated back, 10 years ago, that, I mean, I'm the one who called him back up. We met in Birmingham. And I said, we can't do this. We can't part ways. We can't. We just can't. We got 4 kids together. We can't. We got 2 good. Ellen and Hattie were just babies then. And I said, we got to figure out a way to work it. No matter how we live, that's how we do. So we basically, in my other house, and we had 2 separate staircases. And everybody kind of, the kitchen was common ground, and there was a bonus room upstairs, and that's where I'd watch TV and hung out and stuff. And he stayed downstairs in the den. But he liked it that way. I mean, he's got a brother and 2 sisters that are that way. And the sister that's married, her and her husband, he lives upstairs, she lives downstairs. So that was normal to him. His parents lived very different. I mean, we're that way too. So just, his brother, I think, and his wife, pretty much, John's very quiet, very reserved, and very. It was normal for us. I know it doesn't seem normal to the outside world, but it was ours. I mean, we talked about what you had to talk about, and that was, daily chores. Yeah, you might do it once a week, twice a week, This has got to be done, that's got to be done. I'm having the gutters cleaned out, this is broke, so I'm calling to have that fixed. Okay? And that's what Scott and I did every day. That's what. But I promise you with all that I am, I did not forget it. And I do not know who did. We all just kind of left him alone. It was just easier that way. So yeah, you open the door, make sure that the wood's not on fire, you shut it. Okay. I mean, like I told him yesterday, he slept with a CPAP machine. He slept with the door locked. But there's 2 windows that look in that bedroom, so you could look over and, that he's still breathing. But it was not, he would have, as we call them, the infamous Farris spells, because his mother had spells like it. He would sleep, for hours and hours and hours. I mean, it wouldn't be unusual for him to sleep 16, 18, 24 hours, to get through these spells. So that used to him not being up, but that was not unusual for him not to be up in the middle. Even Scott, when he called, he said, they're playing golf. He said, what's Daddy doing? I said, well, I haven't seen him up, so I'm assuming he's still in bed. But then when I went by and saw the fan was on blowing out, and I literally went to the bottom of the steps and blew, and, well, the fan's on, so he's up. Didn't think anything about it. Nothing. That's all I'm thinking was they sitting there smoking. Which was not unusual either. And it was nothing unusual. I mean, even, we just can go look for him. I mean, like the other weekend when the kids are all home, I mean, he finally came up at the time that we were going to eat and got a shower. And he sat and held Olivia out on the deck for a little while. I mean, it was not unusual for him not to come up when the kids were there. And he'd stay out, somewhere out on the property. And that was just the way it was. But I can promise you, I did not know that. And I don't know who did. I would never had anybody do it to him. I mean, it's like I told Amanda this morning, she said, do you really think that Chris or Scott won or Chris Payne would have done it? And I said, I cannot imagine anybody doing that. I said, you know, it yet got picked up, you know, the stuff that was in that fire. And he knew immediately what it was. You know, that I've got Chris coming in and, you know, telling me I'm getting my daughter out of here before the shit hits the fan. What's going to shake down, Chris? What's going to shake down? We just can't find your daddy right now. But his travel CPAP machine's gone. You know, but that wasn't unusual either if he left town and didn't tell anybody. I mean, I called his secretary, because Amanda and I discussed, you know, I said, because his CPAP, the small CPAP machine was gone. And she said, well, would he have left town? And I said, well, yeah, I mean, he's left town before and hadn't told anybody. But I did. I called Angela. I said, you heard, you know, do you know any travel plans he had? Or because she knew more about his life than, but I know back when he had his gallbladder out, that's been, not long, I think after my daddy died, so it was in the late 90s. His daddy's gallbladder out, and we were on our way down to the hospital, and he called his secretary to move some money from one account to the other. I said, do you mean she can move money? And I can. He said, she's there in the bank building. Okay. Could we not find another one? You just didn't argue with him about it. It was easier not to. Because he wasn't going to change. You know, but you're thinking, I mean, on the flip side of that is, you know, I'm sitting here paying on our house and furnished 2 nights. I have everything that I could want. I just don't know. But, you know, the best thing I could get. I mean, I raised the kids when they were. They worked for us. We didn't get in all out brawls, and there was nothing. I mean, he'd blow in, and you get your tongue lashing, and you know how he go. But I could pretty much talk him down. I know Amanda gave me a book several years ago about some sort of personality disorder thing, and I read it, and I said, oh, it describes daddy too. So I read the book and actually went to a seminar that they kind of had on it. And you learned how to talk to him. It wasn't, I mean, for instance, it was like, you know, hey, you need to put a coat on the skull outside. You didn't say something like that. It would be, you know, that coat would probably look very nice on you today once you wear it. I mean, that's how you just, you know, did it. You couldn't say, hey, you know, we left all the dishes out on the, you know, kitchen counter. Did I say that? Yeah. But it would be, you know, could you please help me out? You know, I've had this, that, you know, all this kind of stuff to do. You know, could you help? And you would usually get the good help. You know, after you kind of talk him through it. But I know his sister and I talked not long ago. And about the mental issues that were in their family. The sister had electric shock treatments, bipolar, schizophrenia, and that kind of stuff. And his mother and dad both had some mental issues. His mother dealing with him, and now she's on an antipsychotic drug, but she's in a memory care facility and gets very agitated on Sunday. And Gary had tried to kill himself twice before we got married. And she said, well, did you ever really know what happened? And I said, no, not really. I said, I know one time they took Bible pills and the whole time he said his wrist. She said, well, Mom and Daddy always wanted you because you were threatened to break up with him. You know, if you would do something. And I said, but I was not privy to any of that. I was never told. So I said, I really never. So she kind of enlightened me a little more, but she was only 12 at the time, so she didn't know that too much, about it. And she said, and then she just kind of laughed it off and said, Prozac and bottled liquor will cure anything. I said, no, it's not curing anything. And I said, I'm scared that Gary's getting, make sure your mom and dad, I said, he sits and wrings his hands alike, just, like this. And I said, I'm hoping he's not getting Parkinson's like that. I said, but he does seem to have memory problems. I said, but that's only when he has these spells. And she said, well, is he having mini strokes and stuff? And I said, I don't know. I said, he would not go back to the doctor to follow up. And that was just kind of our general, discussion about it. She kind of enlightened me in on the mental issues that were in the family. Because it's just something that was never really talked about. And his dad would go in and they put him in the hospital to go rest. And then I found out that they used to take him in and get my pills, alcohol. So, there was a lot of dysfunction in his family on that. So you just attributed a lot of that to that's just the way he is. He and I had, discussions about what did you and I used to talk about on the telephone. And I could talk to him more on the phone than I could person to person. Or if you really wanted to, it would be a text message. Like Amanda emailed me yesterday. And I'm going to send him a single response to that. If a typical response for him was, I'm driving right now, I can't talk. So everybody got that. It was, I know Chad called me one day and he said, well, I tried to call, Mr. Farris. And I got the usual response because he was downtown and across from his office. And he was supposed to holler at him. And he said, I got the typical response for driving right now. He said, I wonder where he's going. That's their age. Don't take it personally. That's his response. He did not chat at all. He made no bones about the fact that he did not chat. And I said, I don't understand why you don't like chat. He seems like a very nice, respectable, guy, but yet Chris Payne, he thinks those things is like white bread. He's got rap shit all along. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I talked to Barry Darliker this morning and the split. They're all showing up at my house. I got one child who's going to go, come down here and get in the banking and stuff. I'm worried about my other. I said, I'm telling you right now that all my cards out on the deck. This is what is going on. I need to talk. He was going to. He said, I will call you back and give you the information of when I came back and work with you. I had talked to him, but he said, I'm still having to work on things. I'll get back. I said, well, this is Amanda's phone. And he told me, he said, if you feel uncomfortable, if you feel whatever, then tell them you want representation. And I said, well, I haven't been made to feel uncomfortable yet. I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to, anything. He said, yeah, but you still need kind of cover your ass. He said, because you don't know where you're living. I said, I've got Amanda telling me that my two boys are going to implicate me. And she said, that. She said, this family has got to stick together. It can't be sticking knives in anybody. It can't be anybody trying to one up. She said, you're the only parent that we've got, at this point. She said, you're my mother. Okay, and I'm not going to let them run all over you. I'm not going to. And she had said this last week, that she was going to basically, clean everybody's clock. She said, I'm tired of everybody running over the law and take it and take it and take it. But, there was nothing wrong said. Everybody seemed to have a good time. Everybody, Chris came in as usual. He was supposed to cook all the meat and stuff, and he didn't. Just got, he barbecued everything, cooked it on the smoker, and it was fine. And one said she was going to fix sides for everybody and, that kind of stuff she did. That was fine. And it was fine. It is what it is. I did not. I promise you, I did not. Like I told him last night, I'm not going to sit here. We talked about covering for my children. He said, is there anything that you know of that you helped with, that you cleaned up? No, I didn't. No. I didn't. That's what I told him. I told Tom this morning when we were talking, we walked over to the barn and Scott just looked at me and he said, hey, you are not going to disrespect your brother. And he said, you're not going to do it in front of me, you're not going to do it in front of me. And we walked out. I said, thank you. He said, well, you should not. I said, Dad's rocking the bucket. He usually is. I said, he's very aggressive, very, it's anger. I mean, he's got severe anger issues. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, but he's been that way all his life. But since he got back from Iraq, it is far away. Like I told him last night, we went down to Llandysul and he was going through basic training and he was not allowed to leave. He got in trouble. And then after he got back from Iraq, he worked for a little business that was up in Roswell, an import-export business, and he was fired from that. He was moving stuff downtown to the park. And he took somebody with him he was not supposed to. I'm going to do what I want, kind of thing. And they fired him on the spot. And he hasn't worked since. I mean, the nice day after he was Scott, if you did a job, Scott, you did a good job. I mean, he'll be 35 tomorrow. And I keep telling Gary, you're doing what you started to do. Not work. So I can't make him work. You cannot be funding him. But I have to say, when I get Scott to work, he does a good job. I mean, I honestly couldn't do it without some help. And I told him, I said, look, we'll move you out and I'll move me, I have a better word, I'll move me Mexican. I said, is there a lot of them around here who work hard? I've got to have some help. This is way too much for me to do. I mean, Gary and I had talked about putting it up for sale. Just because of the expense of it, everything of it, it was way too much. After I got kicked, I couldn't ride anymore. It was what it was. And it got me where there was so much work. And I told Gary, I said, neither one of us are enjoying this place. As beautiful as it is, as immaculate as it is. I mean, it's gorgeous. I love it. But it was so much work to keep it that way. And what the kids have gotten where they didn't like to come. Out there. And certainly after this, they're not going to come. come, Gary would say, something about, y'all are not helping, work and do, that kind of stuff. So they just, they just stay away. Of course, Scott was just as bad. I mean, Scott would get just belligerent anytime that anybody was on out there. He'd be angry because other people come. I mean, he was, that Llandysul coming for the summer. I mean, Ella's going to be here to the 18th, and then Addison will have to figure the rest of the month. I was just, I don't know why they had to come in here. I mean, he was angry because the girls were out here and not before last. Since God, it's, when Cameron and Jed get married, she didn't become my granddaughter. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. She's my granddaughter. I said, I had my daddy that raised me was not my biological father. And I said, he married my mother and treated me like he was, I was his. How could I not do that to that precious little girl? I said, Chris Payne has got 2 other kids, but he never sees them. So I've seen him 3 or 4 times, and they've been together since 2002. And they don't see him. They see him at Christmas and maybe once during the summer, and then, maybe once in the fall. So he didn't, he really didn't see him. So it's like I really did. I saw them when they lived here, but then they moved away from here. It's 3 years ago. I mean, I know I did not hurt him. I did, and I know that he did. And I understand you when I say I don't know. You don't understand it. And I know that you don't understand the separate life that we live. I know you don't because nobody else did. I know Amanda, her last boyfriend that she had, we went and moved her out of that bad situation. He was bad into drugs and that kind of stuff. And it was, I don't think he ever physically abused her, but he stole from her, that kind of stuff. We moved her out of that situation and got her into another apartment. We had several discussions about that. She said, I was angry at you at the time, you and Daddy for doing that. Then I met Chad and I found out that it was to have a good relationship with somebody. So it didn't take her long. Thank you. For doing that. And I said, all I want you to do is be happy. I said, I don't care if you marry dog catcher or whatever. That's what I want. She said, and she does. She has a beautiful ring, but she works for very much children. And she said, we've always said, just a plain nothing. And she said, and that's what I want to do. I said, because remember, it's not about stuff. So I think she seems to be the only one that seems to got. But I can sit here and promise you that I would never, ever, ever. And I'm not, I went up to my neighbors last night, spent the night because I had the dogs. And she and I sat there and watched crying. I said, this is not, if it's a night, I can't even go. I said, literally, we went from looking for Gary, trying to find out where he was, to I can't go in my home. And I don't know what happened. I mean, it's all, I said, it's a nightmare. It literally is a nightmare. I said, I'm like Amanda. And she said, I keep thinking I'll wake up. It's be over. It wasn't. And I said, the worst part is I'm the only one there. You know, with the exception of, Scott coming in and out, I'm the only one there. And I should have gone and checked on him. I should have. I mean, Emily said the other day when we were looking for him, you didn't go down and check on Emily. You know, we just leave him alone. Don't, now's not the time to go. Now's the time to find his dad. Amanda's calling him, I called him, Scott called him. And sending emails, and text messages. But it also was an unusual for us to, but Emily did say, she said it was unusual that he did not, she sent out pictures of Olivia, and he didn't respond back to them. But that was, I think, I mean, this whole thing has so scared me. But the worst part is, I don't know. That's, I mean, I would love to sit here and tell you that I didn't. I would. I wouldn't have had anything happen to him. I would have never, ever done anything to take my children's dad. And like I said before, I had my 8. I lost at an early age. He died at 65. Far too young. And I would never have thought my children. Daddy said, you can't get that. And I've looked at it. What do we do at this point?
Yeah. Told your daughters I would do this. That's the name of the attorney they gave me that they said has reached out to them. That's his contact information. I don't know if they have a meeting set up or what. As far as I know, I've been in here with you. I think they're still out there. So
Is this the one that Amanda gave you?
yes.
Do you know who else here?
At this point, I do not, because I've the last at least 2 hours I've been in this room. So I don't know if they're going to get food or what. If you don't have anything else to state or any questions for us, we can walk out there and chat.
I mean, are they this is my worst nightmare. I can't even think at this point. I mean, but I can sit here and tell you all day long. You know, I did not do that. I can promise you that. And this is beyond order. I mean, you know, I'm sitting there thinking last night, you know, could one of my children have done it, which is the worst nightmare. Just to think that one of them could have done it. That's my worst nightmare. That is my worst nightmare. But yet, I can't sit here and cover for them. I mean, they're grown men. But yet, I can't imagine them. I can't imagine anybody doing that. I mean, it's a horrible thing. I mean, and then I'm not talking about the community. I said, that is horrible. I said, but I know that what Scott saw in Iraq was beyond horrible. I said, I can't imagine that either. I said, I thought that I had lived my worst nightmare. You know, my daddy dying, and Scott going to Iraq, and my mother, everybody, and that's like I told Chris, my Chris, back several years ago when he was in college and he was arrested on DUI. And I told him, I said, I thought I had made the worst walk that I'd ever made. And that was when I walked out of the hospital with my daddy died. But this is the worst walk that I've made ever. He's walking up with me in the chest. But this right here is not. In my mind, I keep thinking, did one of them do something? Because I know I didn't do it. So I did. And why would my children sit and, you know, I mean, that's what Amanda said, you know, all, you know, she said, I know Christmas got from the very get-go, they wanted to blame me for it. She said, but they've always blamed everybody for their problems, everything. They've always blamed me. I said, the worst part of it is, I promise you I do not. I promise you. I mean, I can't even walk up. I mean, I can't walk up there and look at one of my kids and say, did you do this? As hot-headed as Scott is, I still can't ask him that question. Because I don't want to. That would be another worst nightmare. But like was asked, who has to gain from it? I mean, I certainly don't. You know, Chris gained from it, yeah, because he ultimately, but that's going to, you know, that could be stopped pretty quick. But like, you know, Amanda has said, and, you know, everybody has said, Scott looks at that place as being his. That's my barn, that's my tractor, that's my, you know, no, it's not yours. But I did, I thanked Tommy, whatever his name is this morning. I said, thank you for calling him name. I said, but that was nothing compared to what he usually does. So I wouldn't let my children to do that. He's 6'7". I mean, Amanda, calls him down pretty regularly about talking the way that he does, but he does the same thing to Gary. He talks to everybody like that. I mean, doesn't matter where we are. I mean, he's hot tempered. Like this morning, he told me, well, I did this every morning. I think you don't get up before now. I mean, that truck is in Gary's name. The car that he has is in Gary's name. And Scott has nothing. Because he hasn't worked in years. And he is essentially, he has no desire to go get a job. I mean, I begged him, hey, go get a job at Tractor Supply. Let's look at the benefits from it. Oh, I have to work 5 to 10 days. I mean, he does. As I said, he's like a Danny Brewster who gets up on there. It's incredible. I mean, I love him to death. He's my child, but he is living here. Now, like I said, this is horrible to have to put all the secrets out on the table. I mean, I wouldn't dare have this. I wouldn't want anybody in the outside world ever. First of all, I look crazy. And I think that was part of it. That's why Gary and I never divorced. I would never want to go to court, put it all out. I mean, like I said, I thought we'd done a pretty good job of hiding it from the kids. So I guess they always knew more than what you thought that they did. So like I said, it was fun for them. Back several years ago, they did a thing for the Juvenile Diabetes Association. And he was Father of the Year. I mean, that was just the biggest piece of bullshit. Yeah. Like, he's never been there. Yeah, he's there. Like Amanda said in her speech, he's there with his crack. But, I think they all loved him. They didn't necessarily like him. But they loved him. Really, all the kids were all gone. Gone. And I don't know what happened. But the worst thing of it is finding out. Do you understand that? Because if it's one of my children, that's the worst.
I can understand that feeling.
That's the worst.
I think you probably need some water, some fresh air.
Give my phone, down back. Leave that like it was. Should not have to do this.
Let's go see her. Straight. I'm gonna have to use my key.
All right, lunch is here. Y'all be excused the lunch. We'll start back in about an hour. And someone will take you on a walkabout somewhere.
Okay. They're on break now for a bit. About an hour, which means about 20:15. I will get back online for it all. Stop screen there. There's no point watching that. Right. So they won't be back till about 30:30. If let's be honest. So what I'll do is I'll go live at 30:30. That's what we'll do, because they won't be back in time. So, and if they are, then we'll zoom it, you know. So yeah, well, that's what we'll do. We'll go back at 1:30 Eastern, 6:30 UK time. So this, thankfully, that's the end of it. I think now we're going back to normal. So what I'm going to do is close this one down, as you know, and you should get redirected to the next stream. And I'll start the next stream at 1:30 Eastern. If you want to chat over there, as you wish. But thanks for being here. Hopefully, I'll see everyone back at 1:30. It'd be great. But it'll be another stream. So with that, everybody, see you in a little bit. Take care. We're going to have dinner, sausages and mash, and some veg. So later, people. Thank you. Ta-ra. Ba-da-ba.